All right, guys. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Not a bad day, honestly. We've got some gap ups. The market's up. We have some movers this morning. So let's take a look here at what's moving this morning, shall we? So first thing we got that I see is MRNS here. Look at MRNS. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah. All right, guys. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Not a bad day, honestly. We've got some gap ups. The market's up. There we go. But yeah, we got MRNS here. Probably one of the bigger gap ups. Gapping up from 130s to 185. We'll look up the news for this one in just a minute. We also have BYND, which is Beyond Meat, gapping up some. This one looks solid too, gapping up from 130s to 160. So a really big gap up for BYND here. We also have, what's up, Chris? Good morning, man. Cannabis stocks specifically moving this morning. We got CGC. We got ACB, which I think is the alpha one, but I'm not 100% sure. I know we got CGC that looks strong as well, so I'll have to look up and see which one specifically is causing this catalyst, or if it's just the overall sector in general for cannabis stocks. We also have AMD and MU in the microchip sector, but I think that's probably just due to the overall market, which is up. You can see the overall market is up some to 298.20s here, and that looks pretty solid. So, yeah, we'll see what we can get. Let me know what your main watch is today, because we got a lot of decent movers. I really haven't even looked at the gap downs yet. So for gap downs, ENTA, we're not getting that many of them. Like I said, mostly probably because of the overall market is up this morning. So strong market. Yeah, some people are talking about crude, oil. All right, hey, put that up. All right. All right. What's up, Steven? What's up, man? McDonald's will try BYND. That's cool. I'll have to look up that news in a minute. But yeah, like I said, let me know what your main watch is. I'm definitely going to be watching the cannabis stocks today. You can see CGC, Cron, ACB. They all look pretty good. And so I'll definitely watch these cannabis stocks this morning. And yeah, like I said, they're looking pretty solid. And so we'll see what we get from those. But yeah, I'm going to go fix my coffee now. I'll be back. But yeah, that's the market right now, guys. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll see what else we get. Like I said, let me know what your main watch is today. I'm going to be keeping an eye on the cannabis stocks. The overall market is looking solid. OSTK gapping up a little bit after a green day yesterday. So we'll see what happens with OSTK as well. I don't generally trade OSTK that well, Overstock. I don't usually trade that one that well, to be honest. So I might stay away from it. We'll see, though. We got MIK, which is Michaels. That's the stock Mitch has been trading. We got Rite Aid, which is up a little bit. RAD, Rite Aid. And so, yeah, BYND, MRNS, Rite Aid, PSDO. But, yeah, like I said, closer to 9 o'clock, I'll look at what the catalyst is for some of these. We'll see. I don't know if you guys were in our Discord yesterday. I was debating on posting the video on Instagram, but I didn't really have the time to. I took a little break yesterday. But I did get into another trade after the stream. Ended the day break even, but I nailed I'm trying to think of what the stock was that I got into yesterday. Let me see. If we look at our Discord, I mean, we could see it, though. Like, I posted my trade log, and I also posted a recap that way as well. Yeah. So this this was my day yesterday. Not a bad day. I might have a better picture of it. But yeah, I also showed my trade log in this picture. Let me find it. I'll just show you guys that. But yeah, not a bad day. I mean, I ended up rebounding, which I've been noticing I've been doing more and more. Yeah, here's a screenshot. This was my day yesterday. So I did end technically up in gross profits, but basically break even when all was said and done. So far this week, I've had 2 green days and then 1 break even day. Yeah, we're going to keep pushing. Every day I've ended green and gross profits. And this is something that I kind of wanted to ask you guys advice for this, because this is something that I might need you guys' advice for. I've been having much better results a little bit later on in the morning, like typically 10:30 my time, which is like 11 o'clock market time, is when I've been having the most successful results trading these range bound VWAP fades. It's been mostly range bound VWAP fades. Like if we take a look, let me see what that stock was. PM was the stock, and I waited for this one all day. But just to show you the VWAP fade that I specifically attacked here, this was the fade. Here's PM. This was the fade that I attacked right. Let me find it. It wasn't this one. It was this one. It was the second one here. So I attacked PM right here for this fake out fade, right around there. And let me see what time this was. So it was right here is when I scaled into it. Right here. And so this was at around 11 o'clock market time is when I took this trade. And luckily, I was able to catch this really big drop right here. You know, I was able to catch this drop and it worked out really well. Maybe sold a little bit too soon, but I ended up making, like I said, $100 or so when that one got out around here. But I think these range bound plays have been working a little bit better later on in the morning. And it kind of makes sense because, you know, these aren't necessarily, like this wasn't necessarily a momentum breakout strategy or breakdown or shorting strategy. This was a range strategy. So I'm really trading this range right here. Mostly is what all I'm doing with this type of trade, right? So we have this range here in between that and the low of the day. And I'm just getting in around the VWAP, giving myself a tight risk above me here. And then I'm just trading this range right here. And it works really, really well. It's very accurate. And the risk reward, more importantly, is really, really, really solid. And that's why you'll see I had 4 trades yesterday, or maybe 3. Yeah, I had 4 trades yesterday. And 1 green trade basically canceled out the other 3 losing trades. And so good risk reward, but a tough market. I've found a way to kind of come back and end green. But, you know, one of these days I'm going to push a little bit too hard, I'm worried. And it's going to negatively affect my account is what I'm a little bit worried about now. But we'll see what happens. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should be a little bit more patient, wait a little bit later in the day to take my swings? What's up, Maestro? What's up, Devin? Did the Senate pass the banking bill for the green stocks? I'm not sure, man. I'll have to look it up. Where's the Discord? Here, I'll post the link if you want to check out the Discord. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it's just a free day trading kind of community we have on Discord. I'll post the link here. We're looking to break 1,000. We almost have 1,000 people in there. But yeah, there's a Discord link if you want to join it. I'm going to go fix my cup of coffee, guys. And so I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Yep. I did it, guys. I've been talking to myself, man. Everything I just said, nobody heard me, man. Nobody heard me. But yeah, like I said, MRNS looking solid. Um, MRNS looking solid. uh, BYND, Beyond Meat. Big gap up from 130s to 160s. Mitch and I would always talk about how this one was overextended in the 200s. And again, it never really held its gains. So yeah, BYND up. We'll watch that one, see if it fills some of that gap today. Or it could very easily start just squeezing up and pushing up big here. We'll see what happens. We got Rite Aid here as well, RAD. Gapping up from 760s to 840s for Rite Aid. Gotta watch that one too. We got Fro here. Not really doing much. PSDO. Gapping up some. We'll have to look up the catalyst for that one specifically as well. But yeah, like I said, cannabis stocks. APHA. We got ACB. We have CGC. We have Cron. TLRY. All cannabis stocks. They're all gapping up. We'll see what happens with those. We got SQ here. Squarespace gapping up some. Tech stock. We got AMD gapping up some. I'm guessing this is just from the overall market. But again, the overall market is up today. And it also had a bullish day yesterday. So a green day yesterday for the market. Another green pre-market this morning. So we'll see what we get for the rest of the day with that as well. Hopefully the market just picks a direction. Yeah. Yeah, man. I saw the chat. Y'all, as soon as I read he needs to look at the chat, then I realized I was muted. Figures. It happens, though. It happens. SAEX. Let's see. Yeah, SAEX originally gapped up a big way and then filled the entire gap on the way down. Generally, when this happens, and I'm going to say generally because it's not always 100%, but normally when you see a stock gap up to a big level and then come all the way back down and pre-market itself, usually it doesn't do much. It either doesn't do anything or it ends up gapping down, breaking the previous day's closing price, in this case right here, and then just flushing back down. We'll see. I mean, this is a penny stock, so it could do anything really, but that's typically what I see happen with those. Like I said, for gap downs, we have REAL gapping down. We have PIR, Pure One. We have ENTA gapping down, but there's not that much volume with the gap downs. Like I said, let me know what your main watch is, guys. Yeah, I mean, those are gapping up some. There's just not much volume with them, unfortunately. Yep. But yeah, KBH actually looks good. I didn't see this one, so I appreciate it. Yeah, this one looks good. Let's look at the daily chart, the long-term chart here. Strong long-term chart for sure. Maybe a little bit extended, but it's actually pretty strong. You know, it's actually pretty strong. So, strong long-term chart for this one here. Yeah, I'm looking at KBH. It looks good. Strong long-term chart. Like I said, it could be a little bit extended, specifically in the last few weeks, but strong. See what happens. But yeah, I mean, if you look at the weekly chart, it looks a little extended. It might be time for a pullback, but who knows? It could be running. It could be moving. It could be strong. We'll have to look up the catalyst for this one too. And I know like the cannabis stocks specifically have just been getting hammered here, just absolutely hammered the last few months. Just look how weak the cannabis stocks have been. CGC was all the way up here. It's dropped 50% at least. And so yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I'll review the different sectors that are popping up, Carlos, whenever we get a little bit closer, in about 10 minutes or so. Whenever we get a little bit closer to 9 o'clock market time. Yeah, no worries, Jeremiah. No stress, bro. But yeah, team. How's everybody doing so far this week? How's everybody doing? I mean, I know. Look at the market, guys. Something happened. Look at the market. Just dive here. Absolutely dive. Something happened. Let me check Twitter. Let me see if he tweeted anything. Man, I wonder what happened. Market just took a dive, and it's still diving. Kind of in a free fall right now. I wonder what happened here. Let's look it up. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to look up the catalyst. I don't know what's going on, but the market just took a large dive this morning. Who knows what happened here? Let me look up. Okay, so nice, Steven. Do you want me to turn the clock off? I could turn the clock off. It's this clock right here. Do you guys like the clock or you want it off? I'll turn it off. Let me know if you want me to turn it off. I'm going to throw it over here. I've had a few people mention it. Do that thing like a frisbee. Yeah, I mean, so Trump did post something on Twitter 2 minutes ago, but this drop started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes ago, 6 to 7 minutes ago. So this started at like 8:37 our time. And I'm not really seeing anything so far. You like the clock? I just threw it, man. I'll go get it. Alright, I'll go grab it. Hold on. I'm gonna go get my headphones and grab the clock. Then we got Mitch here. Let me get Mitch up real quick. Yo, yo, what's up, man? All right, guys, we got Mitch here.
What's going on?
Market just dropped big. I don't know what it was from. I don't know what happened.
Well, it's easy. You know who it's from.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, he put out a tweet 4 minutes ago, right? 4 minutes ago. This drop happened about 8 minutes ago, so it wasn't the tweet. It wasn't the tweet.
Eh, You don't forget that the market knows a lot more than we do.
Yeah, I mean, there's something happened. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm looking at global news here. We have a few things. We have one that says the White House economic advisor Kudlow says the U.S. economy has reached a turning point back up, demonstrating the effectiveness of the current administration's policies, end quote. And this is from global news from Thinkorswim. I'm not sure what the source was. Uh, we had some news that came out at 7:30 specifically that said U.S. core PCE prices final for the second quarter 1.9% versus expected 1.7%. U.S. PCE prices final for the second quarter 2.4% versus EXP 2.3%. Here, what's that noise? U.S. continued jobless claims, 1.650 million versus 1.665 million previously. So we got some economic data that came out here. Hold it down. I gotta go give my kids a hug goodbye real quick. My kids are leaving for school.
All right, all right. What's going on, traders? How we doing? What's up? What's up? The whistleblower. Oh man, this is too much fun. I'm just ready for the drop. Got no problem with the drop. I think sooner or later we'll get it, but I think we might break highs again sooner or later. It's this kind of game. Well, yo, yo, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? Let's see who we got in the house.
Yo,
All right,
yo,
all right. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Maestro. Good morning, Tyrell. We got Stefan in the house.
Steven. I got you, Steven. See, I got your back, bro.
Oh,
I
you
got your
see, you
back,
see.
bro. I'm telling you.
The funny part was, as I was reading it, I was like, I wonder if that's the Stefan or that's the Stefan that's Steven.
Yeah, man. I got his back, bro. You know.
All
Uh,
right, all right.
but
What's up?
no.
What's up? How we doing, everybody? What's up, Curtis? Mr. K.
What's up, Netron? Yeah, anything can cause
Good morning,
instability.
Sam. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, guys. All right, so I guess since it's close enough to 8:50, we can go ahead and look up the news, and then we can look at the market news. By the time I get done reading all the other news, we should have some type of market news
Yeah.
for this causing this drop. First one I'm looking at this morning is MRNS. MRNS. Let's see what we get with this one. MRNS is up. Let me look at some of this list of stocks. So first one is MRNS, and this one's up after the company announced all patients in the Gana Loxone phase 2 refractory status epilepticus trial met the primary endpoint. Nailed it. Yeah, so basically positive phase 2 status and trial data met their primary endpoints for the phase 2 study. Then we also have BYND, and so this one's interesting. MRNS is interesting. Nice gap up there. We also have BYND here. BYND gapping up from 130s to 160s. BYND is up after McDonald's announced it will be testing Beyond Meat's plant-based burger in southwestern Ontario. And so McDonald's and BYND making a partnership here. They're going to be testing the veggie burger in Ontario. So we got that. We got Rite Aid here, RAD. Rite Aid gapping up from 760s to 843. And this is all from MT Newswires. Yeah, we got Rite Aid up after the company reported stronger than expected earnings for the second quarter for RAD for Rite Aid. And I remember Rite Aid. When I grew up, there was a lot of Rite Aids. Eventually, CVS and Walgreens basically destroyed Rite Aid. But I used to have Rite Aid and Eckerd's growing up. I remember those. All right, but yeah, that's Rite Aid's news. Positive second quarter results and earnings. Then we have the cannabis sector this morning, guys. The cannabis sector. CGC, CRON, ACB, TLRY, APHA. The cannabis sector here. And this is up. Let me see if I can find any kind of news on the overall cannabis sector this morning. Let me see.
Ooh.
APHA is up. CRON, CGC is up. Okay, so CGC put out some news. It says after a report indicating the U.S. House of Representatives passed the Safe Banking Act. Oh, that is legitimately good news. So this is why the cannabis stocks are up, is because the U.S. House did pass the Safe Banking Act. And let's look at the Safe Banking Act to see exactly what that entails, shall we? Safe Banking Act. Safe Banking Act of 2019. All right, so the Safe Banking Act is...
What it does is gives marijuana stocks finally access.
Yeah, they can get loans, right, for sure.
Investments.
And they can, and they can store their money, which is the big thing, right? Because prior to this, they were kind of in like this limbo area where they didn't really know what to do because they can't really go to the banks. They can't get loans federally because no bank wanted to touch them because federally they weren't protected. And so that's why this is such a big deal.
No longer the Wild Wild West dealing with just cash.
Right, man. Which is great for the overall cannabis market in general. And I'm happy to see this. We need this. Like I said, you guys know my stance. Regardless of where you feel, like it's not even about legalizing another drug. It's about having an even standard, right? If alcohol and tobacco is going to be legal, cannabis should be legal as well. And it's about having an even standard. An objectively more harmful substance and drug like alcohol being legal recreationally and cannabis being illegal medically in a lot of areas. It's just a huge hypocritical standard in the country. All right, so that's what's going on with the cannabis stocks, CGC, CRON. What else we got here? We got SQ, Roku. The microchip stocks are looking okay. I think these are probably following the overall market. Let's see. SQ still holding strong. Let's see what AMD did. AMD's still up too. So let me look, see what we got. Not really anything for AMD, MU. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. We also have SAEX here, SAEX. And then we have KBH. Like I said, SAEX, it looks, it's bouncing back some. Generally what happens, though, when a stock does this, when it moves all the way up to the big highs up here and then all the way back down to the bottom of the pre-market range, usually it's going to at least not do anything. A lot of the time it's not going to do anything, but sometimes it's going to break this pre-market low right here, or this closing price right here, and just wash out underneath that, so we'll see. All right, but SAEX is up after they announced a new 28 million ocean bottom marine project in Asia Pacific. So a new project for 28 million in S4 SAEX. And so we'll see what happens with that one as well. We also have KBH here. KBH, which is moving at the very least. It originally went all the way back down to 30s, back up to 32, almost 33 now for KBH. So let's look at that one here as well. Price target was raised on this one. It was raised to 36 from 30 by KeyBank Capital. It's maintained at a market outperform by JMP Securities. Wells Fargo also lifted KB's home price target to 37 from 33. And basically, this is all happening after fiscal quarter 3 results, like good quarter 3 results for KBH is what this looks like. So positive results for KBH for the third quarter. So we'll look at that one as well. And yeah, we can go ahead and look at the market news, I guess, now. Market bounced back a little bit. It had that big dive, but it bounced back some. So far I'm seeing U.S. futures cautiously higher on upbeat trade signal, but we're going to dig a little bit deeper here. It
Here
says...
you go. I got you.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
send you something.
Okay.
I'll just send you something. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
It has a couple of kind of everything with minutes, so you can kind of see 6 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago. So really, what happened is, well, you can read it. You got it.
Right. All right. So let me first I'm going to go over the recent news, and then I'm going to look at what Mitch just sent me. So first, for the news this morning, we have, and this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, U.S. stock futures were cautiously higher Thursday after positive developments on the U.S.-China trade war front. Dow futures are up 0.3%, S&P futures are up 0.2%, NASDAQ futures are up 0.2%, and on Wednesday, Trump said that a trade deal could arrive sooner than expected, while reports also said that China is preparing to increase its U.S. soybean purchases. Oil prices are down, though, with global benchmark Brent crude down 0.1%, U.S. West Texas Intermediate futures down 0.09%. Let me see. There's natural gas, which is up a little bit. What's the oil stock? Oil ETF. Somebody remind me.
UWT, DWT,
Yeah, that was
Gush,
Yep.
Drip. I like Gush and Drip really better. UWT and DWT are a little smaller priced, but it's up to you. They're the same thing.
Yeah, I mean we can look at U.S.
got-
oil down, DWT is down, DWT is up because it's inverse. UWT is down, and so yeah, so we'll see what happens. Oil's down, and like I said, global benchmark Brent crude is down 0.1%, and U.S. West Texas Intermediate futures are down 0.09%. And this is after the official government data showed an unexpected buildup in U.S. crude stockpiles. So that's what we got this morning for those. Natural gas is up, it looks like. Let me see. Yeah, well, it's up a little bit. We'll see what we get with that. And so now I'm looking at what Mitch just sent me for the overall market, and this is from CNN. And this is from CNN, and it says, quote, whistleblower said White House instructed Vice President Pence to cancel plans to travel to Ukraine. And the whistleblower says he or she learned from U.S. officials that President Trump instructed Vice President Mike Pence to cancel planned travel to Ukraine to attend President Zelensky's inauguration in May. Instead, he sent Secretary of Energy Rick Perry to lead the delegation, according to the declassified complaint. The whistleblower also said he or she learned from the U.S. that Trump did not want to meet himself with Zelensky until Trump saw how Zelensky chose to act, end quote, chose to act in office, the complaint says. Yeah, so we'll see what we get with that. And until they release who the whistleblower is, you never really know, a lot of news organizations are very well known to say, yeah, we have a whistleblower. And then sometimes it's like a political, person on their side. So we're just going to wait and see. I always want the market to do well. And if this is negatively affecting the market, I just want some stability here and the SPY or the market to actually pick a direction,
I'm so weird. I'm like, let it tumble.
Yeah. I mean, if it picks a downward trend, I'm happy for it. You know what I mean? If it picks a downward trend, I'm happy for it.
I don't know. I'm just a big old weirdo, guys. Don't listen to me.
Oil is dead. Did the Senate pass the bill? Yeah, the Senate did. What's up, Junior?
Yeah.
What's up, brother? Good morning, man. Glad their mic volume matches. Does it? Does our mic volume match? We're trying over here. We're trying, I can move mine closer if you guys need me to. Big IPO today, PTON. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the market. Honestly, it just I think Netron said it this morning. Everything affects the overall market, man. Especially with the age of social media and news, and especially with how much Trump uses Twitter. Literally everything affects the market. Tweets, posts, everything affects the market, man. And it's they released the complaint already, according to Bloomberg.
Yeah, the complaints out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
no, that came out yesterday. Basically saying that they want to impeach Trump because basically the run it from what I understand, and I could be wrong about this, but from what I understand, they're putting out a formal request of impeachment to Trump because Trump used his relationship with the Ukrainian president to dig a little bit deeper into Joe Biden's dirt, so to speak, right? That's what I have taken from this, and then they released it. Now, as for whether that is an impeachable offense, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I'm not going to touch on that because I have no idea, but that's what I understand all of this is about. And so we'll see what happens. You guys know me. I'm pretty anti-politics in general. If it affects the market, I'll talk about it. But if it's on either side of the political spectrum or bias on either side, I usually just leave it alone. MRNS, yeah, MRNS is looking strong. And what I like about MRNS, I can't trade it, unfortunately. But what I really like about it is like, look at this level right here. Look at this 185 level, like 183, 185. Look at all that confirmation right here. You have one, two, three, four confirmations right at that level at around 183, 185. And so if it breaks under that level specifically, it's got some room, maybe down to like here on MRNS. That looks okay. I might keep an eye on that. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. But yeah, MRNS got a little bit of room. We'll see what we get. We also have SAEX here. Like I said, that one looks all right. Cannabis stocks after the SAFE Act was passed, and so happy to see cannabis doing well. I'm sure we'll get a little bit of a spike. Yeah, because this is huge for the cannabis industry. So the SAFE Act being passed is huge for the cannabis industry, specifically because now they can use banks, right? And so their businesses become much more legitimate because of that. And so, this is big. Well, I think we'll see a nice little spike in cannabis today, but it might not. We'll see what happens. I'm probably not going to look to short these, I'll be honest. But we'll see. Anything can happen. If we get a lot of weakness and then a pullback, we'll see what happens. We got GameStop here. GameStop up a little bit. OSTK gapping up some. I talked about it earlier, though, Mitch. I just don't trade Overstock that well. I don't know what it is. I just don't trade it that well, man.
Well, one of the things is that it has such a catalyst that's been making it move. Um, Sometimes it's been sticking to a direction. Sometimes it's been creating a big range. That's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday at
Tough
one
to trade.
point was up. Yeah, was at one point up more than a couple $100 on it, but it's definitely a hard trade. Maybe one that you gotta look to wait for the bigger trend to start.
Yeah, man. I've tried trading it a few times during the competition and everything like that. I just never had good results with it. Just never did it super well, honestly. And so it's one of those ones where I don't know if I'm going to put it on my bad list, but it's definitely not on my good list. BYND though. BYND, big moves, huge range. The problem with BYND for me specifically is I don't know what kind of sizing to take for this thing. I know I'm going to be taking larger sizing again today because I kind of went back down to small share size after the competition. So today I'm scaling back up to big size. But with this one, huge range, just monstrous range. I'm scared to take 100 shares of this one.
I don't even trust this one at all.
Yeah.
Bounce that much for that kind of news. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I never
personally don't think that news is priced at that much.
I never had good results with this one at all. I've traded it before a few times. I've shorted this one a few times, and the range is huge. Smaller float. I think this float's small, right?
Personally, I think this is more of a swing trade than a day trade stock. This is more of a stock that you're looking for a long-term gain with a bigger risk.
Right.
You hold your wrist tight in BYND, it's just gonna get stopped out.
Right.
And so that's the hard part with it. So you have to give yourself so much room. So it's like you said, you don't know what share size to use.
Right. I don't know what to do with that, man. Yeah.
The risk needs to be so big that you might need to take like 50 shares.
Right. Exactly.
20 shares.
If I take 100 shares, I'll be down like $800. Or not 800, but I'll be down like $400 or $500 in like 30 seconds. I could be at least.
Yeah, real quick. And so it's one of those that you have to use the chart really well. You have to use multi time frames, and your trade needs to be kind of keeping with the trend. So if it keeps going with the trend, you stay in it. If it bounces out, you get out because a big range move from BYND can stop out a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so it's not a bad bet to kind of take a trade either for or against it, but understand that the range is going to be so massive. You really need to understand your risk because what ends up happening is the spread opens up way bigger than your risk. And
Right.
now what you
Your risk
thought was
reward's
your
gone.
risk, yeah, what you thought was your risk is no longer your risk,
Yep.
and now you're risking a whole bunch more. And then, like we always talk about, if your trade doesn't make logical sense, there's no reason to take a trade.
Right.
If you're gonna risk more than you're gonna make on the trade, why take the trade?
Right. Exactly.
If So you always got to just calculate things. That's definitely, I think, the good lesson we can use pre-market today is calculate your risk and know where kind of what I call the ultimate risk spot, where if the trade just completely goes against you, you are not going to let this trade pass that limit. I think that's important, especially to beginner traders. Beginner traders always hold usually a tight risk, but the problem they have is when the stock goes completely against their direction immediately upon entry.
Right.
And when that trade goes against their entry immediately upon entry, they usually have a hard time accepting the trade and accepting to cut the trade.
Yeah, they're gonna pull a
And
Carol. Say, let's just see what happens. We're just gonna see what happens there.
one more second, guys,
Right.
one more
Just one
second
more minute.
always will cost you so much more than making a decision. Making a decision is what trading's really all about, and you got to just make your decisions and stick to your bones.
Right.
You work on your system to improve that decision making skill, but that doesn't mean that you don't make decisions. As a trader, we have to be decision makers, and when we finally do take that decision, hold to your decision and stick to your bones.
Yep. 100%. And it's one of those things that is one of the hardest parts of trading is just sticking to your plan. It's tough, man. Especially like you build this plan, and of course you want every trade to work out, but sometimes it just doesn't. You know what I mean?
Hey, precise, you're not the only one.
Yeah,
That's the thing to take away from here, you know.
for sure.
We I think we all have the problem. It's just a matter of how big is the problem for you or how small does it affect you, because some people it doesn't really affect them as much, but they get affected in different sides of the trade. So
Right.
find your strengths and weaknesses and try to always keep working upon them.
Right. Yeah, pull a Carol. I'm gonna nickname that. I'm gonna put that in my nickname box with Roku.
Poor
Are you
Carol.
up? Are you up or Roku today? Are you up or Roku? Were you patient or did you Carol? Those those are our new
Square,
words,
bro.
right?
I'm square. Speaking of
Pull a
Square, I
Carol.
think Square got an upgrade.
Yeah, Square's looking
So
strong, man. I don't think I looked up the news in that one. Let me
yeah,
see.
it got an upgrade.
Let me see. I'll look that up. Upgrade. Yeah, price target announced $80 per share by Wells Fargo. Upgraded to an outperform from market perform by Wells Fargo. Uh, Maintained at a buy by Citigroup. So yeah, Square's looking strong. Square's one of those ones where it all depends on what the market does for me. Like Square follows the market a solid amount usually. Like if you look at Square here and then you look at the SPY, very similar charts. Like look at
Ooh.
Square and then look at the SPY. So it follows the market so much. It just depends on if the market fades or rejects. But with that said, the SPY's back down, guys. SPY's back down.
I can at least say from my vision right now, I'm looking for quick shorts out the open just because of the pressure that's put on a lot of stocks right now.
Whoa, we got a lot of. Hold on. All right, so we also have Tesla here. Look at the SPY drop. Wow.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Tesla's up after had its quarter 3 delivery estimates raised at RBC. Beyond Meat, like I said, partnered with McDonald's, going to be testing the veggie burger in Ontario. Nestle launched a new plant-based burger. Oh wait, Nestle? NESN? Nestle launched a new plant-based burger, or is this just run on from the Beyond Meat one? Let me just look it up. Where's Nestle, man? Nestle doesn't have a stock.
I don't think it's so.
Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, that's not it. I don't know. But yeah, Nestle had something come out. Apple is considering doubling down on the bailout of iPhone display supplier and considering investing 186 million in Japan Display, who's their supplier. We also had PIRS here, gapping up some. PIRS Pier 1.
Oh. Yeah, that owns an earnings play.
Yeah, it's not tradable.
I know one that is nice pricing like that.
Which one?
Home.
Yeah, I was looking at that one. Gap down.
I'll be looking at home for sure. Look at the resistance at the daily chart. Huge resistance at $10. Gives us a great ability to measure risk. We have a good gap down. We'll look for this one to crash.
Yep. I like that one. That one looks solid too. But let's look at the market, guys. Look at the market here. The market, it was green all morning. I was pretty sure we were going to have a green morning, but in the age of technology and social media, I guess you never really know.
Oh.
Look at this. Look at the drop, man. It's down to 297.60s. It closed at 297.60, so it's right around the previous day's closing price. It's about break even now in pre-market. So, hey, as long as it picks a direction, I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it sideways, guys. I don't want to see the market sideways. As long as it picks a direction, I'll be happy with it. Both ways too. On the upside with greed, and on the downside with let me just hold on and see what happens a little bit longer. Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate the sub, brother. Welcome to the team, man. Appreciate the new subs to Mateo and all the other subs, man. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, remember, hit the subscribe button. We day trade live on stream every weekday morning for free on YouTube. And so if you want to watch us day trade live, click the subscribe button. We do this live every single day. Show your support for what we're doing here. We go live every weekday morning for free and allow you to watch us day trade live. We do it every single day. You want to see what it's really like day trading the market every single day? Hit the subscribe button. You know, we do this live. We trade the open. We show you these beautiful scanners. Like I said yesterday, even if you don't like us, we might lose, and that will make you happy. Hit the subscribe button. All right. But yeah, market's dropping down to 297.50s here. TGT, what is that, Target? It is Target. I gotta, after a while you memorize these. PM CEO is on CNBC. That's Philip Morris, right? They just terminated their deal with Altria. That's actually what I traded yesterday, was Philip Morris. All right, so we're officially red in pre-market for the SPY. We are officially red in pre-market for the SPY. So, yeah. We are officially red now, guys. Down to 297.50s here. So, I thought we would have a green day. Dude, my wife loves Target, bro. Loves Target. To me, I just hate shopping in general. Like, I hate any type of shopping whatsoever. Everybody in the Discord saying, John, talking about me being muted. Would Planet Fitness squeeze up if IPO today? Peloton goes well. Are they partnered or related? PLNT. Peloton, let's see. Let's see what Peloton is. I don't want Yahoo as my home browser. I want Chrome, man. What is that? I want Google. There we go. Alright, so Peloton. Oh, Peloton is those fancy bikes. On-demand workouts available on high-priced exercise bikes and treadmills. I mean, what is? I don't know, man. It might. Are they partnered? I'm assuming they're partnered, right? I see the. I've seen those bikes in the mall here. Like we have a mall, and in our mall we have. They have like one of those stations with all the bikes. Pays for a lot of Peloton bikes, pretty sure. That makes sense. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that was an interesting idea. What's the IPO's name? PTON? It's not showing up yet for me. But what time does the IPO happen? Do you guys know? What time's the IPO? We got MRS back up to 197. I think the whole dollar of two will be interesting, but I think these two levels make the most sense to kind of watch that range right there, see if it breaks. All right, team. We got about, really about what? 13 minutes left. All right, team. So, like I said, though, I'm gonna be taking some bigger size today. Try to go with like 1,000 shares, maybe. We'll see. Like maybe 1,000, maybe you know, maybe 500 to 1,000 shares. So much larger sizing. It just depends on the range of the stock, obviously. But I'm gonna go a little bit bigger. My max loss on the day is going to be 200, and so I'm gonna move my max loss up to 200 and try to let that work. You know, like I said though, lately I've been having a lot better results. Lately I've been having a lot better results. Yeah.
Say something.
Okay.
You know. I'll show you.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. How do you get level 2 quotes, Thinkorswim? So in Thinkorswim, to get level 2 quotes, you basically have to... I have a video I'll post. I have a video. It's called How to Get Live Quotes on Thinkorswim for Free. And I'll post this video. Hold on. Let me find it for you. How to Get Real-Time Quotes is what it's called. And I made this video before everybody else made it because they wanted to copy me. Maybe not, but... Alright, well, it's going to make me search around for it. Yeah, I got a video. I'll upload it in the chat. But yeah, Thinkorswim. No, man. Videos. Sorry, guys. I'm finding it. I got you. Why does it do this, man? That's not what I'm searching for. There it is. Sheesh, man. It took me a while to find this. Alright, I'll post it. But yeah, there's a way you can get it for free. Here you go. Here's the link for that. There's the link. Watch that. That video will explain how you get free real-time quotes, and you can also get free paper trading on Thinkorswim as well, right? So you can also get free paper trading on Thinkorswim. You can get real-time quotes too for free, and so one of the huge benefits of using Thinkorswim, very legitimate. I mean, you do have to have an account with them, but what I did to get this is I basically deposited like $30 into Thinkorswim a long time ago, and I've had real-time quotes since then. I also traded on Thinkorswim though, like I traded with a few $1,000s on Thinkorswim for a while. But eventually I took my money out and put it in, I think U stock trade, and then I took that and I put it into TradeNet. So one product line, level 2 is on the sidebar. Yeah, it's just right here, level 2. I could take it off, put level 2 on. You just click the sidebar here. Like I said, though, does anybody know what time the Peloton IPO hits? What time it starts? Let me look it up. Can't really find a time. Like I said, if you guys know the time for the Peloton IPO, let me know. We got 9 minutes, guys. What's up, team? Yeah, no stress. All right, fellas. We got 9 minutes. Let's do this. What's everybody's main watch? Like I said, MRNS, BYND, the cannabis sector. We got the tech sector that's moving some. BYND, Beyond Meat, partnering with McDonald's to debut their veggie burger and test it out in Ontario, Canada. We got BYND. We got MRNS, if you like that one too. If you like these penny stocks, MRNS is looking solid. Really strong gap up. A lot of volume for this one. Very obvious range and levels in this one as well. And that's one of the things I really like about this. Like, look at this range here. You have this super obvious range right here in between $2 and $1.80, $1.83. And so if it breaks the high or lows of that, it could get interesting. If it breaks the highs, I like it up to this level here, right around 212, 215 maybe, right around there. If it breaks under these lows, I like it down to like 165 here. And so you can see how you have a little bit of a obvious range based off of support and resistance for MRNS. That's what I would look for specifically, at least. We also have Rite Aid here, RAD. I think this was a little bit larger float. Actually, Rite Aid is not a tiny float, or it's not a big float. But yeah, Rite Aid might be interesting. Small range stock, obviously, but it looks okay. We need a little bit more volume for me to really want to trade it, though. Like I said, we got AMD, MU, and specifically the cannabis stocks that are moving this morning. Cannabis stocks after the SAFE Act passed that allows cannabis companies to use big banks is an interesting thing to watch for this morning. AMD up, but yeah, you got APHA, CGC, you got Cron here, and so that's looking solid. We got Harold posting his watch list here. Yeah, you must be talking about PM. PM had a nice range. I made some money with it yesterday. Roku. What happened to Roku? Roku is up today, but it looks like Roku's following the market. Kind of like SQ here. SQ and Roku look to be following the market pretty closely there. We got McDonald's here with the Beyond Meat thing. It's gapping up some. PLNT. Planet Fitness with the Peloton. Chat educated me on that one. Mosey looks all right. Just the issue I have with Mosey here is just the volume. The volume's just so low. Like, look how low this volume is. Unless it gets some more volume, I'm not interested. It's just too dull. You know, the daily chart might look better, but the volume, even in the daily chart, looks choppy for Mosey. So I'm just not interested in it, unfortunately. It's just low volume. It's just not interested. It just looks boring to me. What's up, Velocity Trading? The day's going all right. Not a bad morning. We got some volatility, at least in the overall market, and the SPY here. And like I said, here's the SPY, which is technically down now after, those news dropped this morning. The market's technically down some at 297.55, closed at 297.60. So it's basically break even, very close to break even. Technically, it's down a little bit here, but it's close to break even. We also have, what else we got? We got CGC. Like I said, cannabis stocks are what I'm really going to be keeping an eye on today. LXRX. What's up, Felix? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? LCI. Oh yeah, AMRN is another one. I've been trading AMRN a lot. The only issue though is like AMRN yesterday, to put it bluntly, this one sucked yesterday. It just wasn't great. It was boring. It was dull. It didn't really do anything. It was choppy. It crossed over and under the VWAP with low volume, just boring. And so until we get some solid movement for this one, I'm just going to move on from AMRN. I just don't like it. We got oil that's down this morning, remember? We got oil. I think natural gas is up. Let me see. So yeah, gas, oil down. Let me see. And so we'll see what happens with those as well. What else we get? What's up, Robin? What's up, Kathleen? What's up, Roxy? Scott? Good morning, guys. All right, team, let's do this. We got 5 minutes, guys. Let's get everything ready here. Mitch abandoned us this morning, guys. He left us. I'm just joking. I think he's probably making coffee or something. All right, guys. All right, team. There we go. Let's do this, team. Why does this always do this, man? You see this? Like, what is this green screen, man? It's so much work to try to get this thing right. Every time I like move my screen at all, the green screen stops working, and now it's like my hair. It's like I have a see-through head. It's like I have no brain. All right, let me fix that. I can either have no brain or no hair. Look, I could just be a floating head like this, or I could have this little weird fuzz at this corner. I'll just probably leave it like that, I guess. Forgive me, guys. It's too early. Yeah, SPY. Like I said, we'll watch the SPY. SPY's down, roughly break even. About 10 cents away from break even. About 5 to 10 cents away from break even here. So, yeah. Let's do this, Tyrell. That's right, brother. Let's do it, man. All right, team. We have 3 minutes. 3 minutes. You want the floating head? I could do the floating head, man. I could do it. The floating head. I could do this, right? I look like a cyborg, or I look like one of those people from Ex Machina. There we go. I'll just leave it like this, though. That works. All right, but yeah, SPY bounced a little bit here. We'll see what happens. The previous day's close on the SPY is like such a huge level. Let's document that real quick. Previous day's close at 27. Let's see. Yeah, 297.62. So right here. All right, team. 2 minutes. Let's do this. Like I said, my account, you can see my account's at around $430 in profit. Lost a little bit after commissions yesterday, but basically a break-even day. Like I said, we're going to be taking 1,000 shares maybe today, depending on the range. But yeah, we're going to go a little bit larger today.
All right.
It's not that bad of a day. I don't think it's a slow day. I like the cannabis stocks are moving for sure this morning.
One of the major things to watch for, guys, today is there's going to be the intelligence committee. Let me read the.
Yeah, go check out Trade Ideas.
From the source.
Go check out Trade Ideas really quick too, guys. I'm posting that link here. So if you want to use the scanners, there's the link. My bad, Mitch.
No, you're good. No stress.
All right, guys. We got 1 minute until the open. But yeah, ACB's looking okay. I might trade ACB today too, depending on how it acts.
Yeah, the Director of National Intelligence, Joseph McGuire, has a meeting with Congress today, kind of to talk about at least his story, his side of the story. Supposedly, he refused to turn over the complaint for about a week on advice from the Justice Department, and that the standoff between the White House and Congress over the complaint ultimately led to the launch of the formal impeachment.
Okay. All right, guys. We got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Let's do this, guys.
I think that's a negative downside risk today. He goes in there and he says, yes,
All right.
it happened.
Okay, there's the bell, guys. So we got the SPY, which is dropping some originally at the open. Look at the drop down to 297.50s. We got AMD just taking a huge dive as well this morning. Big drop. But yeah, SPY's dipping.
Oof. That's what I like to see. Lots of volume in that dip.
Yeah, man. We got a big drop. I mean, the SPY, this drop is relatively insignificant so far. We need a little bit more follow through, I think. I just don't want to get caught in the chop if it does reverse quickly, which can happen. ACB, let me look. We got CGC. What's the cannabis stocks doing? Nothing. ACB's moving though. ACB's down. AMD down. SPY's down. MU is down. If you like MRNS, MRNS is down. KBH is down. So most stuff's down this morning, except for maybe SQ. SQ's close. All right, so we got a big drop down to 297.40. Yeah. Like the great and powerful Oz. Yeah, man, that's what I was kind of going for. All right, we got MU breaking over highs here. MU breaking highs. Squeezing up. Market is down slightly. We got, like I said, some of these penny stocks that are moving today are MRNS, which isn't really doing much. On the gap list, we have BTAI. But yeah, so we're getting a few rebounds here for some of these, specifically MU, SQ, AMD bouncing back a little bit. Gonna watch PM again today, just because I traded it yesterday and it moved fairly well. Just got to get volume to accompany it some. We got ACB, which is dropping down some, Mitch, maybe for a fade. That one might pull back some. SQ spiking up, though. We got SQ with the big bounce, and cannabis stocks are down. At least Cron and ACB is. CGC is too. So yeah, cannabis stocks are down. I know I said I wouldn't short them, but if they set up for a fade, I mean, SQ's right at the VWAP, maybe for a fade there. Or no, AMD, I'm sorry. AMD's right at the VWAP. A little bit too early for me to take that fade, though. McDonald's, MCD. But yeah, SQ, big rip. Cannabis is down, though. What did BYND do? BYND, big drop for BYND, too.
Should have stuck with your AMD life.
Yeah, man. I mean, it faded nicely, but it's too early because while this one might have faded, other ones are gonna squeeze up a ton, and it's just too early for the fade for me at least for how I trade them. ACB might pull back though. If ACB pulls back, I might take it with like a super tight risk here. I could also look at Cron or like CGC instead. But yeah, I mean, in the first 4 or 5 minutes, you know, fades might happen, but a lot of the time we're also going to get red to green moves, and that's going to, you know, rip up big. So that's the only reason I kind of hold back for the first few minutes. We did get a nice fade for it, though. But again, I mean, sometimes it's going to fade like this, but other times it's just going to rip up. All right, MU back down, so MU's dropping some. Like I said, I might watch ACB, might watch Cron and CGC, see if we get a pullback here. ACB's not looking that bad. So we get a bounce up to 88, so I might take ACB with the risk of 90. Is that a 2-cent risk? Maybe 91. I mean, whatever. Regardless of what happens, it's not going to be a huge loss. I could probably take like 1,500 shares, maybe. All right, team. What do you guys see? BYND up on news? Yeah, it's doing a tester in Ontario, Isaac. I don't know if I'm gonna get it for ACB. Doesn't look like it. KBH dropping some. KBH. Let's see where the previous day's close is. It's right around 32. So it's around here. Maybe gonna look at MU if it pulls back, and maybe AMD again too. Trying to be patient though. AMRN, no. SQ maybe for a fade or a bounce. There goes ACB, unfortunately. AMD's ripping down though. The market is Market's getting hammered here, down to 297.01. Huge drop in the market, so at least we got some initial volatility here with this. So we're gonna wait for a pullback with some of these.
Mm. Looking to see if home can get back up there. I didn't see when it bounced up to the resistance there.
KBH dropping down. So the interesting thing about KBH here is that it's right around the previous day's closing price, right? So I documented the previous day's close. It's right here at 32, and that's exactly where KBH now. So if it breaks that, it's officially going red for KBH, and it does have some obvious levels to follow as well. Looking at AMD, Cron, and KBH here, and CGC. Like if we can get some pullbacks in any of these, I might consider shorting into them. But we just need those pullbacks because the market is. Where's the market? I don't have it up. SQ just completely reversed here as well. It's at the lows. Market may be starting to bounce a little bit here. Tesla down as well. Let's see Netflix. I had good results with Netflix and Tesla lately. Gotta wait for some pullbacks here. Maybe look at Netflix with the risk of 84s. $0.65 risk for Netflix. I never got it.
Didn't let me get in there. Was looking to get it in match a little bit higher than 70.25. I was looking for 70.30s, and I was gonna short that one, but not really giving me a chance here. The spread's really, really big, so another one that I gotta be careful with.
Yeah, I was looking at Netflix maybe too. Yeah, it just depends on what the market does. Like the market is washing out, so a lot of stocks are following it. And so what we're essentially looking for is a bounce to the VWAP so we can short into these with some of these moves on bearish days like this. But usually we're gonna have to get a bounce in the market overall if we want that. So, but everything is red. Literally everything I'm looking at. I don't see one green stock out of my watch list today. If you guys see a green stock, let me know because right now I don't. RAD, Rite Aid. Rite Aid's green. So I retract my previous statement. Rite Aid is green. So if you like a long today, I'm not long in anything right now at least.
All right. Looking right here at QCOM here. Look at that reaction on QCOM.
We are getting a bounce in the SPY.
38-cent drop right when I tried to get in.
Yeah, that kind of happened with me with Netflix earlier. I was looking at it and then it just tanked right as soon as I mentioned it. I was like, Netflix,
Literally.
boom.
My problem was I wanted to get the 40 pricing. I was originally looking for 38, and then it changed to 40 really quickly. As I changed the pricing, boom, she dropped. Look at that beautiful trade. If I would have got that. QCOM.
Honestly, everything on my list is red this morning. Everything.
Yeah,
literally everything.
That's as beautiful as it gets. A pop to 77.38 and then right back down to the low. We're talking immediately. The candle skipped like 20 cents on that drop. That was a good trade. Just missed it by a second. Literally had the order out there.
PCG.
All right, time to let that one go. I'll have to let it test again if I want to try to take that kind of trade.
I might look at KBH here. It's bouncing right around that previous day's closing price. KBH, AMD, and MU. None of these look bad. We're just gonna wait though because the market's just getting hammered down, and until we can get a bounce back to some of these, I'm just gonna be patient and try to wait it out. KBH.
I need that SPY to break 296, guys.
KBH, the spread's not really that bad for this one. I might look at KBH here with the risk level of 80s, 82s, maybe 84s, so a 15-cent risk. And so I could probably take like, I don't know what, 800 shares, 700, maybe 500. So it's a little bit larger range.
Its way back up there. Did an early fade today. I was trying to get MIK to get up there to VWAP, but it just doesn't want to do it.
Any stocks that people see are above the VWAP, Rite Aid. I think a lot of people are talking about PCG, Rite Aid, RAD. Yeah, that's really all I see on my list. Everything else is down. Cannabis stocks are down. Cron, the SPY is down. MU, AMD, microchip stock is down. SQ, Roku, Netflix, Tesla, all down. Or SQ. SQ might be a little rejection here. That doesn't look bad. All right, team. Yeah, I'm waiting for a 68 move on KBH so I can short into it with 500 shares. Since I'm taking larger sizing today, I just got to be careful. I was looking at KBH, but now I'm looking at SQ for a rejection play, but it might be a little bit too late. Up here would have been an area to get it, and it just dropped too much. Not a bad little move there. What about Netflix and Tesla? Just gotta be patient and wait. I think lately I haven't been waiting for my setups. I've been kind of forcing B minus B setups instead of waiting for A plus setups. And then once I hit the A plus setups a little bit later on in the day, it usually works. But if I force it a little bit too early, it's just gonna end up ruining all the getting me my loss on the day and not allowing me to trade anymore. So CGC up to 25.10. I like this one because I could risk off of like 19 for CGC, so I could take like 1,000 shares. AMD, a little bit different for AMD. Risk level of 50, so about 12, 13 cents. Maybe take 500 shares with that one or so. 600 maybe. BYND's pulling back.
Looking right now at match.
CGC climbing back. Netflix is at the VWAP. I don't like it as much now that it formed that high at 264.25 though. We got a few other ones though that are worth kind of watching here. There's a bounce on AMD. We need 38s though. It's at 25s. Let's see if we get it. Just gonna be patient with this one. We got CGC moving up there as well.
Match holding way too high to take it.
There's 24s, 25s for AMD. SPY bouncing back some a little bit. But MU bouncing back. We just need a little bit bigger bounce here. And the market's actually going to help us, I think, get closer to our entry with some of these because the overall market is bouncing back some here. There's the market bouncing back. So we're going to be patient. There's AMD up to 27s. We need 37s for it. There's 28s. Just don't look like we're going to get it. CGC though. Might start scaling into CGC here. There's 25s. Got a little bit better, even out the spread a little bit. Alright, so I'm jumping in with 300 shares of CGC here. Gonna look to scale into a little bit more. Not the best spread, unfortunately, but not terrible either. Wanted to take a little bit larger size in it, but don't think I'm going to get it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know why, but couldn't take a short on the cannabis sector today. Actually looking at them long, so maybe I was just biased pre-market.
Yeah, I mean, everything got hammered today. There's 90s, 89s. I want a little bit larger size with this one, honestly, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. I just never got my entry with anything else, so I was trying to take bigger sizing today. I just never got my entry, unfortunately. I was looking for up here at 2507, and I just never got it. Spready too, a little bit spready. The ask is staying at 93, so it's not really letting me do much here. Market turned around. Like the bid is at 85, but the ask is at 92, so it's hard to get a good entry. I mean, it's not a bad trade so far, but we just need the asks to spread out. There we go. All right, took half off there. Beautiful drop. We'll see if we get the ask to spread out anymore. No. Gonna look to continue to scale
I'm dying
out.
over here.
What?
Just keep trading. I'll tell you after.
Okay.
It was funny.
Okay. All right, beautiful 75. Took half off there. Beautiful move. 68s. Cannabis getting hammered here. I'm going to go ahead and get out the rest there. So I got out the rest. So a $63 gain. Not the biggest gain, but a nice little fade there for CGC. Kind of what we look for. And I know I'm trying to take bigger sizing today, guys, but we never got my entry. Like, my entry was supposed to be this right here. So this was supposed to be my entry up here at 08, right? And we just never got it. And so I took a smaller position looking to scale up, and it just never bounced up to 08 like I wanted it to, unfortunately. So I took the fade. Was able to get $63 from a 300 share position. So I'm definitely happy with that. All right, now what's up?
Oh no, I was just dying. I was trying to focus here on trading, and then all I hear is if I get that ass to keep spreading.
Yeah, man. The ask and bid. I wasn't being vulgar. I was not being vulgar. It was the ask and the bid price. The bid and the ask. The ask was too high. The bid needed to go. The bid was fine. Eventually, we did get the ask to drop for us. But
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
It's all right, bro.
It got so much.
The ASK.
I got to the point I couldn't even
ASK.
trade. I was like hands off, Mitch.
Right.
You're just dying of laughter over here. You can't focus.
Yeah, the ASK. The ASK. Clarify. YouTube, don't ban me, YouTube. Don't ban me, man.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why I put it
ASK. Right.
The ask.
Don't ban me. It's the ASK, guys.
Oh man.
I'm good. I'm not vulgar.
AMAT here. AMAT looks like a good short, but
Yeah.
it's a little tight. Risk right now is 52.10. Move down, it's about 20 cents.
I mean, I said I wasn't going to short cannabis stocks today, but I mean, everything's dropping. And I honestly, if you want me to be honest with you guys, I miss the cannabis stocks. I used to trade the cannabis stocks so much. I used to trade these like every single day, and I would make money on them. And then they just stopped moving. They got hit. The volume, liquidity dried up, and they weren't working anymore. So I had to transition to other stuff. And so it felt good to honestly trade this fade on CGC because it's been a while. It's been a while since I traded it. Yeah, Mitch's mind is in the gutter over here.
I'm trying over here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into MIK over here, but question is, can I get the entry?
I'm considering Netflix here. I'm considering it.
Oh, good lord. Come on. Come back to me.
That wasn't a bad little trade, though. Let me see what my entry was. I think I got in almost around the top of this. Let me see. My first entry was 24.98. Yeah, so I got in right here. Right there. Not bad. You know, I scaled in a little bit, about 10 cents early. That was the problem.
I already see a cool shirt coming out.
Yeah, man. That should be our logo, you know. Look at Netflix, bro. What do you think about Netflix, man? Netflix is up there. If it gets rejected here at 264.80s, it might be good. It might be solid. But if it breaks here, it's going to get some momentum. So, yeah, there's the break. But, yeah, like I said, we want to see that rejection there.
I completely ruined the chat.
Shit, man. Everybody's mind's in the gutter now, man. But here, let's get back to trading. So,
yeah, let's get focused, guys. Let's nail our strategies. Let's do this.
all right. So somebody's asking a question. Hold on, about TradeNet. How often are small caps tradable on TradeNet? It depends on liquidity. There's not that many penny stocks. I'll put it bluntly. There's really not that many penny stocks. There's some like you get stocks like NBEV that's tradable, you know, but it has solid liquidity most of the time. It's a $3 stock. You got Rite Aid, which is up was it an $8 stock?
Home easy fades today. Just not watching her. Keep taking my eye off of it, and then easy fades on that one.
Yeah, I was watching KBH, which is another home stock. But yeah, I mean, basically, I have a video on it here. I'll post the link for the video. But yeah, I mean, not that often, you know. And so I try to be honest with people. Not that often. There's some. It just depends. It really depends. I think the way they put it is it's the average liquidity, not just like recent liquidity, but if the average liquidity over a long term is like 500,000 per day at least on average, then it's usually tradable. If not, then most of the time it's not going to be tradable. But I have a video where I kind of researched that a little bit more, and I'll post that link here if you want to check that out. But again, that video was done about a year ago, maybe over that, and so it could have changed since then, you know. And like I said, I just try to be honest with people about it. AMD getting up there, AMD. So what kind of sizing you taking today, bro?
Looking for 1,000 or 2,000 shares. Really, it's about risk. Trying to risk about $200 on a trade.
Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. You see the thumbnail. I made that thumbnail for Mitch because making big sizing today. I mean, I tried to take big sizing too, but Mitch has been.
Well, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Been waiting, trying to take a stab here.
AMD maybe up to 35. If AMD gets up to 35, you could risk off of 44, 45 for a 9-cent risk using this confirmed level here. I'm just going to clear the drawing set for AMD. I got too much stuff here. There we go. Yeah, you could use this risk level. Only issue is this trend line going up for AMD. Look at this. Very obvious trend line. See, Netflix did get rejected there, man. If Netflix bounces here, this is generally what I like trading with Netflix. And I did nail a trade just like this on Netflix the other day. We get the bounce back up to 62. Then you can risk off of this level here. So your risk is like $1 a share. But we'll see if we actually get the bounce up there. We might not. SPY breaking lows here, guys. SPY cracking down, breaking lows here, getting hammered down to 296.60. SPY washing out here, fellas. And ladies. Sorry about that. But yeah. Look at the SPY here, getting hammered. down to 296.50s here. So the SPY's looking super weak. Definitely a bearish day, but at least it's picking a direction. Yeah, SPY just broke the lows. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. We do this live every single weekday morning for free on YouTube every day. We day trade live on stream for you to see it every weekday morning. So if you appreciate that transparency, that honesty, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, even if you dislike us, we might lose. That'll make you happy. Hit the subscribe button. We hope you'll come back and join us. Our channel's been going crazy the last few weeks, and I'm super happy about the community that we've built here. So appreciate all the love, guys. Did it? I mean, I was looking at it for a short. And AMD said, you shouldn't have forgotten about me, man. Yep, there it goes. It says you shouldn't have forgotten about me. Right after I drew that trend line, too. Maybe I should have taken it. Never quite got to the VWAP, though, unfortunately, but wasn't bad.
DKS looking like a breakout. I'm just gonna keep watch on that one.
Netflix is bouncing up there. SPY bouncing back a little bit, but it still broke the lows. We'll see if that previous low turns into resistance now for the market. There's Netflix. If Netflix gets up to 50s, I might consider taking it, like 264.50s. Risking it off of maybe 265. I could risk off of that for 50 cents. There it is.
Big down move, guys. DKS just got about 34,000 shares, and that thing dropped. CGC going down there, 24.28s.
I'm really considering shorting Netflix here. The biggest issue with shorting it right now is that I think the market is at these lows, and I think the market might bounce a little bit now, and if it does bounce, that might drag Netflix up. Plus, it just hit my risk level, and so that's probably a good thing. I didn't jump into it, but I was watching it. Facebook leveling out, SPY on the lows. SAEX. Yeah, I mean, that one didn't honestly look bad for a little bit of a rejection style move. Yeah, there goes Netflix bouncing up, SPY bouncing up a little bit. The big level here with the SPY, though, guys, is like I said, if we can... Ooh, CGC got hammered there. Maybe I should have held on to it a little bit. I mean, it ended up dropping another 25 cents, but... I mean, I made like 30 cents a share with 300 shares, so... No, not 30 cents. Like 20 cents a share. But still... SPY bouncing up some. Like I said, this big level right here is the interesting level with the SPY in the market. Is this 296.80 level? That was the previous lows. It's got a lot of resistance there. So we'll see what happens here. But yeah, like I said, remember guys, I said I think the SPY might bounce here, and that's why I didn't want to jump in Netflix short, because I thought that it might drag Netflix up with it. And there's the bounce. It's up to 296.90s. And Netflix is up close to the top of the range. So, yeah, glad I didn't jump into it. It's kind of a good lesson on why you should watch the overall market itself as well. But, yeah, there's the SPY bouncing up here, ripping up. It's at 297s here. If you're looking for VWAP fades, we might get a few setups like that Specifically, AMD's up there now. But depending on how strong the market gets here, I just don't know how comfortable I feel shorting
You
it.
guys are looking for a strong stock. Nike's still looking strong here, guys. There you go. Nike getting a good amount of volume there, 92s.
Yeah, look at the Netflix squeeze. I was really watching this one. And these two levels were my considered risk levels, and it just kind of blew right past that. So glad I didn't force that trade. Just gotta be patient and wait, see what else we can find today, guys. Rite Aid, Rad. Let's see. Yeah, Rite Aid's looking super strong today. It's definitely maintaining a bullish trend, right? When you see a stock, just for any really beginners in here for VWAP, when you see a stock maintaining above the VWAP like this, that means it's maintaining an upward trend, an upward intraday trend, a bullish intraday trend, right? When it maintains this above the VWAP. Rite Aid definitely maintaining one today. And that's the big thing. Like, I just want the market to pick a direction. Ooh, look at KBH, man. KBH just got hammered. SPY got rejected at the VWAP, so that might give us some fades here. Specifically, maybe AMD is what I'm looking at. It's kind of right around that level. $34s. I could risk off of like 37 or 38s here. And I see the SPY bouncing back. It's just, where's my risk? Let's see.
All right, guys, keeping a close eye on Square here. Wanted to reject one more time off of 60. If it rejects off of 60, that's where I'll take my pricing.
SPY bouncing back a little bit here. Did my internet just go out? No, there it goes. Everything froze for a minute. How's the quality, guys? You guys can see me and hear me? I appreciate it, Steven. Yeah, man. I'm trying, man. After it's been a really tough few weeks, you know. And so I'm just trying to be as selective as I can. I nailed one. AMD squeezing up. Hey, thanks, Isaac, man. I appreciate that, bro. But my wife's pretty, so that's all that matters, you know. But yeah, AMD squeezed up. Nice, Netron. Nice work, brother.
Square holding levels there, guys. Didn't get into it there. I saw the ads at 58, 54. Was waiting to see the rejection.
Yeah, it's tough because with the fades that we're getting, we're getting set up for a phase, but what we're actually getting is the SPY is squeezing up, and so the bounces that we get to the VWAP just aren't working that much, aren't working that well, you know, because a lot of stuff's squeezing up, and so it's one of those days where we're getting faked out with VWAP fades a lot. And the fades that we are getting, like the one I took on CGC, they're not perfect fades. Like this one never quite got to the VWAP for me, and so I had to jump in a little bit early with smaller size. So that's kind of what we're seeing today, guys. Now we still got some time. I mean, CGC and Cron are kind of moving back to the VWAP some.
All right,
PTON.
Trying to get in DKS here, guys. Nice breakout setup. Needed to pull back to 55, and I'll get long on it.
Here,
really nice setup.
Yeah, I'll throw Mitch up real quick.
Just need us to pull back here and anywhere in this area, and I can take it, guys. If it just extends from here, then I missed it. But need to pull back to 55 area. Another one that looked good was Nike. Yep, Nike ripping out there. I don't think I'm gonna get my pullback.
SPY. I mean, the SPY is back below the VWAP. But with like AMD squeezed up too much, MU faded a little bit too early. So it's kind of one of those days where, kind of like the Goldilocks complex, where nothing's just right, you know.
Yeah, trying to get us a pullback here. CVX over my limit. Yeah, oil dropped there. Pretty good amount. At least CVX.
mRNS coming down slowly. Let me see. Yeah, mRNS. Look at that beautiful fade, man. And people always ask, like, do fades work on penny stocks? And they do, for sure. Look at mRNS. Beautiful fade. Perfect. Exactly what you look for. KBH was one I was watching, but it never quite pulled back to the VWAP here. I was looking at KBH, and I just never quite got it.
The Facebook fade. Set up nice. I just missed it completely.
Anybody know when the... Yeah, it is there. The Facebook fade is there. Anybody know when the PTON IPO is? AMD fading back down here with the market.
All right, looking at potential short and match. It just rejected 71s, a pretty good amount. I'm looking for it to bounce up there to 790s, 71, and then I could take the trade off 71.25. Let's see if I get a bounce in this stock. If it just flushes out, then that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, the Facebook fade was solid too.
Yeah, it was. OSTK breaking out there.
I don't like OSTK. Never had good results with it.
200,000 shares going through there.
Ooh, it did have a nice VWAP bounce today, though.
That's how it is. I tried to play it yesterday.
Right.
That's how it goes, bro. DKS held the 9 EMA, looking bullish, but can't get in it there, guys. Needed to get in at 39.55s. Missed my pricing.
MTCH, yeah, pulling back big there.
Match, it just went down there.
We got Mosey, MOSY.
Not finding a stock to take a trade. I usually take a trade by now, guys. A little frustrated here, not finding my pattern, and then missing a couple.
Yeah, I got into one good fade this morning, but everything since then, none of it has really worked, right? Like, none of them... To be honest, we haven't gotten that many, like, perfect fades. mRNS was a great fade. It's not tradable for me, though. But aside from that, like, we haven't really gotten that many, like, picture-perfect fades, for me, at least. Like, the way I trade them, at least. Maybe some of the other cannabis stocks, no. ACB was a nice fade, actually, at the open. Hey, nice, orbital. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Rite Aid. RAD. for me specifically, Rite Aid's a little bit too high away from the VWAP, right? Like I usually dip buy and bounce buy. So like if I'm shorting, I'll wait for a bounce and then short into the bounce. If I'm longing a stock, I typically wait for a pullback, a dip to the VWAP, and it's always around the VWAP is where I typically try to buy or short. Rite Aid right now is just way too high above my VWAP. It's a solid 50 cents above my VWAP. So for me, it's in kind of no man's land now to where the risk is just too high buying it or shorting it up there.
Right, looking to see if the SPY is gonna crash here. The big crash that needs a breakdown to about 296.31, and then head towards that 296 with some volume.
Yeah, this is my pro account or my real account on Tefs. My real account on my real account on Tefs. You can see like the World Series of Trading accounts start with CPP start with WSDT, and then the demo accounts start with demo. This one is a normal account. Yeah, no worries. Facebook, man, is kind of sitting up there. Yeah, that's why you'll see me trade way different. Like if you guys watched me during the competition, Mitch and I were a little crazy. We took huge crazy sizing, and like I trade my live account much differently, much more selective with my live account, and Mitch is as well. And that's why you see me like today. For me, Mitch is taking bigger sizing today, and I took big sizing as well, bigger than I usually do. RRD. So yeah, we're just waiting on setups, and this is a good lesson as well, guys, is that you don't have to trade every day. If your setups aren't there, if you're not getting your entries, if you're not seeing it, then it might be best just to hang back, AMD is actually underneath the VWAP, though, for a VWAP fake out fade. It's just about where's my risk. My risk would have to be up here. It's just a little bit too high. It's about a 1-to-1 trade now. Yeah, Stelios did. I think they had a huge team, but like we came in second. If you want to see, like we came in second. Our team did great. We had Bill Montas at the number 1 spot, but our team did amazing. But yeah, here's the top 50. We barely lost, man. We were so close. Vilmontas had that number 2 spot locked. Lost by about 2,000. But just in the top 10, we had 2 people alone in the top 10. And then in the top 20, we had a ton of people in the top 20 on our team. Like, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we had 6 people in the top 20. And so we had, like, a huge percentage of the top 20. We had like 30-something% of the top 20, which is amazing, and there was 8 teams, and so we held 30% of the top 20. And the cool thing is, like I said, we're just a free resource and community here. Like, we don't claim to be experts or gurus or anything like that here. We just let people watch us trade. We're just a free resource and community for traders. And so the fact that we had so many of our team place in the top 20 was awesome. That's cool. Yeah, and congrats to the top 4 people on our team alone did an amazing job, especially with the market. During the competition, the market was really tough. And so congrats to them, man. They did a great job. What's up, Tiny? Good morning. Yeah, for sure. There goes AMD. I was looking at the rejection. Again, the risk reward was just a little bit too bad for me. And yeah, the SPY breaking lows. Maybe that was the move. But yeah, we're a little slow today, guys. But yeah, here goes the SPY here. I just haven't been, the market hasn't been that bad. I just haven't been getting that many of my preferred entries. Like, I'm waiting for my good entries, and I'm just not seeing many of them. unfortunately. But hey, rather not trade anything than have a losing day, I guess. While we got a second, if you guys want to help support our channel, if you guys want to help support our channel, the TradeNet sale actually ends today. So you can get the TradeNet packages for a super cheap price. Only for today is the last day. Tomorrow, I think they go back up in price. And so for the time being, you can get the intro package for $350 through my link. It's a great way to help support our channel. We do make a commission from it. But I think the bundle of the intro package makes a ton of sense for new traders. Because if you think about it, the funded account program includes 14,000 in buying power to trade with. And there's no PDT rule. So you can day trade and short stocks as much as you want, which I think is a ridiculously good benefit for traders. Because most of the time, new traders can't short. They have to have a margin account. They have to have over 2K and then apply for a margin account. And so most of the time, new traders can't short, especially if they're using these other platforms that don't let them short. And so with this, they can day trade with no PDT rule, short stocks, and it comes with, like I said, 14K in buying power. And the funded account program operates very similar to a prop firm. So there's a profit split of 70-30, and there's a $700 max loss. But like I said, during this sale, the intro package is only $350, and so you're paying half of that, and so the risk reward is solid in my opinion. It also comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account to trade with for a few weeks. And I think it's just one of the cheaper ways that new traders can get started and really learn how to trade. I think it just makes sense. I think they're ultimately going to risk less than if they deposited thousands into a regular broker. And let's be honest, most of the time new traders are going to lose their first account regardless of where they go. And so again, I think this is one of the ways that they can eliminate some of that risk, risk less ultimately when they first get started. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. If you were in the competition, so if you were on my team in the competition, check your email, because you did get an email that gets you the intro package for $325. And so if you were on my team in the competition, check your email. You can get, I think it expires after 2 days. So like I said, if you were on my team, check your email, because that's the cheapest I've ever seen an intro package as well. Yeah, there's 296.30. Yeah, didn't I draw? Let me see what I drew out today. Yeah. Hey, appreciate the subs today, guys. Appreciate it, Fuzzy. Welcome to the team, bro. Yeah, appreciate all the subs today. We got Fuzzy, Shiden, Chong. Welcome to the team, guys. Appreciate the subs. Appreciate the support. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live every day, streaming for free on YouTube. We show you what it's actually like, show you my account balance, show you all this stuff. We do it for free on YouTube, guys. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We do this live every day. Last time we missed one of these streams was over a year ago. And so yeah, hit the subscribe button. You know, we're not experts or gurus here. We just show you what it's actually like. And so if you appreciate that, like I said, click that subscribe button. Even if you dislike me, I might lose, and that'll make you happy. So click the subscribe button, guys. Appreciate all the support and love, for sure. Hey, appreciate it, King. Welcome to the team. I know that rhymed. Alright. Let's see what we get. So, market's dropping.
Trying to be patient. Trying to be patient.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, the market's been alright today, but not a ton of incredible action or anything, you know. I mean, we got some drops, we got some movement, but...
Yeah.
ACB spiking up here. ACB maybe getting to the VWAP. I'm assuming the cannabis stocks are now spiking up. Yeah, so CGC, ACB. ACB is a little bit closer to the VWAP though. Let's see, risk of 81, entry of 77, 4-cent risk, reward target of 7. Not quite 2 to 1. Close, but not quite. Sorry, if you guys hear that noise, we have like a dungeon door at my house. That's the noise. Don't forget to promote Carol. Yeah, if you guys want to see what it's like when you coach a brand new green trader, my wife comes on the stream typically 1 time per week. And so, if you guys want to see what it's like, how I kind of coach my wife to learn how to day trade, hit the subscribe button, you know? Yeah, market's dropping though. We're down at 296.30s. Just try to be patient. There's ACB. Spike it up to the VWAP. Like I said, it looks interesting. It's not quite 2-to-1 though. CGC bouncing a little bit here. CGC. Spies down to 296.40s. We'll see what we get with that one too. Cron up to 950. So Cron's bouncing back. But yeah, the name of the game today, guys, is just patience. And let's see, we get an entry of there. Let's see, about a 5-cent risk, right? Alright, so let's see, we get a bounce to 58. We could risk it off of the 63 level. That's 5 cents. We got a reward target down from 58 down to like 40. And so it's a really tight risk reward. I think it might be a little bit too tight though, so I actually might want to take this off and use this level here at 66 as my risk, giving me an 8-cent risk. And then a reward target down to, yeah, about 20-cent reward, 8-cent risk. Not too bad for Cron there, but it's got to get up there. We'll see. Verbido, man. Get your head out of the gutter, brother. Get your head out. You see what you started, Mitch? Look what you did, man. Look what you did, bro.
Everyone's going to be talking about that after stream. Watch.
Oh, also, guys, like I said, if you weren't able to be a part of the competition, you could still do the challenge as well, right? Let me find that. Yeah, you could still do the TradeNet challenge, guys, if you weren't able to make it part of the competition. And so you might as well, there's nothing that really hurts in the TradeNet challenge, right? They give you a demo account with 10K in buying power. You get a demo account to trade with for a week. And if you can make $500 in net profit while following their rules, you win a free intro package. And so anybody can take the competition as long as you haven't taken it before. And so good luck, you know. She did okay. She had 2 losing trades, but basically they were my losing trades, not hers. We ended it green though. We ended the day green. Had a really nice gain on Netflix. Included it in the video I put up, but yeah, it was all right.
Ooh, big drop on Nike, guys.
What's up, Osama? What's up, brother?
Big drop on Nike.
KBH might be climbing back here. KBH.
Gonna watch a little bit of DKS as I saw that huge drop in Nike. That was more than $1 drop in Nike, guys.
Yeah, I see that, Tiny. I mean, it's causing some volatility. I'll say that. SYN, penny stock moving some. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait here. We got some downward action at the open, but since then,
Might go for a little scout play in DKS. If I do, it's going to be lower share size. Not going to be a high share size. What I'm expecting is You know, we saw that Nike big breakdown. DKS kind of same area. Um, was thinking if we can get volume to break down heavy towards this 39.40 or bounce here at 39.50, that would be the trade. But the slowdownness is not what I'm liking. I wanted to see like quick moves, because Nike, this is a drop, guys. That's a
Yep.
drop. That's what I was expecting to see happen in DKS, but it's
Yep.
being a little slow and stubborn right now. If I do take it, it'll be with 500 shares to limit the risk, guys, so that if it does break down big, I can still hit a nice win. But if it, for any reason, just squeezes up, I can limit my risk.
The scammers are back in my email, man. Dude, these dudes, they don't have any shame, man. It's like they talk to themselves in my comments section of my YouTube videos. They're like, oh my gosh, through this website, I just made $563.72. And they always try to make it super specific so it sounds more credible, right? So like, I just made $731.15, you know, through this website. And then another person will come on there and be like, oh my gosh, me too. It's amazing. You know, kindly go to this website. And it's like, come on, man, get out of here. Does anybody actually fall for that? Like, seriously, has anybody actually fell for that? Because I couldn't imagine being like, oh man, this guy made $700. I'm just gonna click on this random link.
MU, why you had to do that?
MU. Ooh, there she is. She's right there. She's at the VWAP, man. She's at the VWAP right now.
Yeah, I know that much. That much I'm watching.
I mean, she's there. I got you up. I don't see that much I really like right now. But yeah, she's there.
Yeah. The big thing is I'm not seeing anything in my big volume box. No big volume means no continuation. All right, let me look around. I'll tell you if I see anything.
I mean, MU is up there. I stopped trading MU. I never had good results with it. AMD treats me better, you know. So I'm sticking with AMD. But MU is all right. Let me see. Where's AMD at? Speaking of that. I mean, the SPY is bouncing up here. So that's what we're actually getting is the SPY
Yeah, big
bouncing.
bounce. Big bounce.
Yeah, there goes the SPY. SPY's up to 296.70s here for the SPY. Been maintaining a downward trend most of the day for the market. Most of the day here. All right, guys. All right. Enough of the politics. Enough of the politics. Come on now. Get out of here with that. You know. We here are politic free. We no politics, religion, arguments, none of that stuff, man. Just let's talk stocks in the market. Y'all can talk about other stuff, just not politics, religion, or any of that nonsense, man. But yeah, there goes the market. KBH looks interesting. KBH looks interesting. Let's see, CGC looks all right. CGC climbing up there. We got market up to 296.70s here. We got AMD spiking up. So yeah, since the open, we haven't gotten too much that I really liked. CGC's looking good though. I like the risk reward there. It's got a risk level of like 90s. Maybe, I mean, I guess you could probably use like 89 as your risk for about a 22-cent risk, which isn't bad relative to the range of the stock. You got a big reward target of like 50 cents from 75 down to 25. That one doesn't look bad. Got KBH bouncing back to the VWAP. KBH. Sounds like John is a far left tree hugging socialist. Come on now, man. I'll put it this way. I'm not anything. I've said it numerous times and I'll say it again. I think the more radical on either side you get, the less intelligent you probably are. You know? And so, that's all I'm going to say. Don't try to drag me into politics, man. I'm very anti-politics. I don't like either side, man. I don't like any of them. I just try to stay out of it. You know, I think it's something that... the economy is one thing, but arguing about politics all day, every day, it's just not what I'm about, man.
All right, watching Rad here to see if it's going to break out over 975. Think it's going to reject here and head down towards the VWAP, but that's just my personal preference and maybe my bias. So just want to put that out there. I'm watching Rad. It's definitely slowing down in volume.
Nah, guys. Isaac is just our friendly neighborhood troll. He's mean, but we love him. You know, I think he's still mad that we made him change his name for a week to Brady. I think is what he's still mad about that, which is understandable.
40,000 shares going through there at 975 on Rad.
BYND Young, let's take a look at that, man. CGC, man. CGC's tempting here. But yeah, the world's funny. It's like you tell them that you don't pick any side, they get mad at you for that. You know? It is what it is, you know? I just think the media wraps people up into political arguments unnecessarily so. And, you know, I think gullible people get wrapped up in it, spend their whole day arguing about it. You know, I just try to do my own thing, hang out with my family, you know, trade my stocks. Roku keeps getting rejected around 104.20. AMD keeps getting rejected around, or it just got rejected at 29.40. It's got a little bit of a trend line, but we know how AMD is. Man, I was thinking about CGC. It just never quite got up there. I wanted 75 entry. It got to like 70. KBH. Netflix is in a long-term downtrend. Not long-term. Let me see how long it's been in this little downtrend. Yeah, I mean Netflix has had one red day out of 7, and it's been downtrending really since last year. Or no, not since last year. since July. Roku's dumping. Yeah, the SPY, I mean, the SPY's just kind of consolidating around the lows now. We'll see what we get, but yeah, Roku breaking lows here. Roku getting hammered. MU squeezing up. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything I really love right now, guys. It's 10:30 market time. I mean, we'll wait, but if I don't see anything else, I mean, I might just hang it up. Like I said, you want to use the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use. Like I said, there's a lot of benefits to using them. No PDT rule with the funded account program. You can day trade and short stocks as much as you want. Pretty cheap commissions if you use small sizing too. Like I could take 100 shares and I could take 1 to 300 shares. My commission for an entire round trip is like $5, and so pretty cheap commissions as well if you take small size. Comes with a trading course, access to the chat room, demo account. A lot of benefits to using them, and operates like a prop firm. But I think it's just a much cheaper way for new traders to get started, and especially shorting stocks. It's just a much cheaper way. And so I'll post this link if you want to check that out.
All right. All right, guys. In Nike here, risk is 91.50s, 25-cent risk here. Got about 800 shares. Looking for this to reject here. Really, the risk that it should hold right here is at 43. It shouldn't even get up there. So looking for it to reject right here as we got a 1 up, 2 up, 3 up.
But yeah, there's the link in the chat if you want to use the same platform as us. Like I said, the sale's only going on for one more day, and so sale ends today. And so if you want to take advantage of the cheap intro package, like I said, there's the link. Yeah, Mitch is in Nike. But yeah, he's rad. He's a pretty rad dude. Sorry for my bad joke, guys.
All right, guys, if this squeezes past 42s, 43s, we're just going to stop out. We're going to keep the wrist tight, give ourselves a chance to get back in this. Looking for it to hold right here, 42s, 43s, and then push down.
Yes, TradeNet packages are one-time payments. So yeah, it's $350 one-time payment. No, I think there is a time limit on like using it. I think you have like a year or something like that to make a certain amount of profit. But again, I mean, I think that I think a year for $350 with 14K in buying power. You know, if you haven't done anything with it in a year, I mean, you know what I mean. I don't know what the point was then, but yeah, it's one-time payment.
All right, guys, feeling good and confident about that 43 risk and just got to stay to that risk now.
I just realized I look like a cyborg again. Hold on, let me fix that. There we go. Also, guys, go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game by far. Legitimately customizable dynamic scanners. It's one of the reasons that Mitch and I can find a lot of these big movers is from these packages. And so I'll post this link here. There's Trade Ideas link. Let me delete this one since I double
Alright,
posted
guys,
it.
might get stopped out right here. Nothing filling. There you go. I saw nothing big fill, so I held off. Just gotta wait and see this next push to see if it's gonna break that high.
What's your
If
risk?
it breaks that high, we get out. We don't want to see any big sizing fill above 42s. So there was just a bunch of small volume above that 42 when it wicked past it.
The $half might be resistance too.
Yep, it is. I just don't want to risk up that far because I think 9150s will get it to the rewrap, and I can look for a re-entry. So just trying to risk tight here, see if I get the move. I don't want to miss the move, so that's why I took the trade here. Just gonna respect the stop, the last high, and then look for it to come back down to 91. All right, here comes where I gotta pay attention to the time and sales. Not seeing anything big, but the ask is spreading.
Oh no, you said the joke again.
I know. Couldn't even hold it to myself. There's some bigger size. There's 50s about to get out. Out.
Yeah, don't stress. Small
It
loss.
is what it is. Looking to get back into guys at 50s or 60s. I still think this could fade. I still will take another shot as long as it can get to the 65s. Gotta let it get to VWAP before I take it again.
Yeah, man, that joke. Hey, I like the joke. It's honestly, it's not even a joke from today. We've had that joke for years. Like we've been talking about that joke for years. So yeah, it looks like your exit was right. Yeah, and it is squeezing up to the VWAP. But yeah, we've been talking about that joke for years. Just one of those beginner trading jokes. Maybe we'll make a T-shirt out of it. OSTK.
Can we get to 65?
Yeah, the VWAP on mine is at 62, 61. So it just tapped it. Your VWAPs are right around the same spot, I think.
It's a little higher, 65, but
Weakness at the VWAP. Yeah, man. I mean, that's kind of what we attack, right? Is weakness at the VWAP. That's kind of part of it.
might not get back up there. Getting into that point where I either got to take it here, take it right at VWAP, or just let it go.
Hey, appreciate the sub, Lucent. Yeah, guys, remember, hit that subscribe button. We do this live on stream every single weekday morning. So if you haven't already, join us again. Click the subscribe button. We do this live every day, regardless of whether we win or lose. You know, Mitch and I, we're not experts or gurus. We just let people watch us day trade for free live every day. So if you appreciate that content, hit the subscribe button. Click the bell. Even if you dislike me, we may lose, and that might make you happy. So hit the subscribe button, team.
All right, took it there, guys.
I like it here. You might get a flush under the ask price. Hey everyone. Kind of late to the party. Anyone have any good oversold stocks today? Oversold? I mean, maybe KB. Maybe KBH, maybe cannabis stocks are pretty oversold, honestly, especially with that safe news that came out. It's a little oversold. Yeah, I might make a t-shirt out of it, Tony. It says my video output is low for my stream.
Well, guys, taking my second chance on this big risk to reward, and we'll see if we get it or not.
Yeah, guys, and just to clarify, Mitch recently kind of scaled up, so he's been taking some bigger swings, and that's part of trading, you know. So with bigger swings, he's going to be taking bigger losses as well, and that's just a normal part of it. So. RAD dropping. Yeah, RAD's right at the VWAP. Looks like a VWAP bounce. The only issue with it for me specifically is it's a little bit too parallel with the last VWAP bounce that it had there. And so with that, I just don't know, man. I don't know if I like that one. It doesn't look bad. It could bounce, but...
Yeah, it looks like I might have rushed on the entry, but it is what it is. It's got to hold to my wrist now.
What's your risk in it?
Up here at 74s, 77s. Trying to get it, hold this level right here.
Yeah, I actually like that level. 74. I think 74 makes sense.
It's definitely testing. Alright, might just get squeezed out here.
What's up, Sid? What's up, Young? Nice, Tiny. Yeah, SPY is up over the VWAP. There you go. There's a nice little confirmation of that risk level.
Yeah, if I would have been able to get at least 60, I'd probably add here, but I'm way too low in this stock. Down here.
Made 129 in Monopoly money.
There you go. Take it to Disney.
Yeah.
They take that kind of money over there.
Honestly, with how they're streaming, with their new streaming service, I don't think they need anybody's money right now, man. With Disney Plus coming out, you know, they're balling over there at Disney right now, man.
Disney's the only place I know where you can get change your dollar for a Mickey Mouse dollar.
Yeah. Is Microsoft a good buy now? I don't know. It might be. It might not be. I don't know. I'm not an investment
Yeah,
professional.
that's a super long term stock.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not one of those
All
that.
right, guys, about to get squeezed out here.
I'm
Anything
not.
fills here, we just had to step out. Let me take
I'm,
100 shares. Ready to get out.
I remember, man. It's just a process. Mitch is scaling up, so I understand it because I was scaling up the last few weeks, and it's a stressful process. So Mitch is scaling up now, and so it's a process. Short term, swings are gonna happen. You just gotta stick with it over the long run. You're a good trader, regardless of what happens in one individual trade. You know what I mean?
It is what it is. Just gotta hold the risk and reward. Risk another $200. If I lose it, I lose it.
Yeah, man. I know how it is. Scaling up is stressful, man. It's stressful. That looks good though. I like the rejection, but scaling up super stressful. For sure. And every time I would scale up, I tried to scale up a few times. I would show consistent profits for months, right, and be like, okay, now it's time to scale up. I've been making incredible gross profits, just not that much net profit because I'm using too small of sizing. So okay, it's time to scale up. And so I'd scale up and then just take a massive loss and then be super frustrated and just kind of scurry back down to small size, right? Put in more months of consistent profits, scale back up, take a huge loss, go right back down to small sizing. And that would happen over and over and over again until this very last time where I actually did it successfully. There you go. That looks much better for you, though. Now you got a super obvious risk level in that trade, too, at that previous high up there at, what, 78? Yeah. There you go. Looking good.
Yep, probably gonna try to get in the green here a little bit, take some profit, look if I can get into a bounce and add back. This is what I try to do when I feel I'm stuck in the middle. That's what's happening here, guys. I'm not stuck exactly in the middle of the pattern, but I'm not in somewhere where I'm feeling comfortable. So if I get in the green, probably take half of it off and look to add back that half near the high.
I'm looking at Tiny. That's a good short idea. I mean, we didn't even invent the VWAP fade. Like, Mitch and I didn't invent the VWAP fade. The VWAP fade's been around before us, but we are definitely ones that popularized it.
Yeah, I mean, put in Google VWAP fade. See what you find, guys.
Do we pop up? We should. Honestly, we got so much content on the
we
VWAP
pop
fade.
up big, bro.
Yeah,
we
we
pop
should.
up big.
All right. I mean, the VWAP fade's a legitimate strategy for sure, 100%. I mean, it's the strategy we've been using for years now, and it works,
Yeah,
and
I
basically,
tried
it's just a. Go ahead.
I tried looking it up on different computers too.
Right.
We're up there.
Well, what you got to do is you got to sign out of your Google account, and then you got to sign out of your Google, and then put it up, throw it up there.
Yeah, I did it at work, so
There you go.
it's doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're the VWAP, like our channel is mostly like VWAP trades, like VWAP strategies, and I think that's what we're the most known for is just VWAP strategies because we break down what the VWAP is and how to trade it to a certain extent,
see, this is why my entry wasn't the best because you get into this point right here. This is where it gets a little uncomfortable. You know the bounce can happen here, but at the same time you have an entry right below this, so you can't get out here. You got to hold to your trade and hold to your risk and reward.
My computer's running slow, guys, so sorry.
At least we got a big drop there, Nike. We can look for a big bounce here.
Let me exit out of some of this.
Gotta be careful here, guys.
Oh, there you go. You did get that nice little drop.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely liked where I had my original idea. If you guys go back in the video, you guys will hear me say 65 is the entry on Nike. Uh, I rushed to it. 91.53s, not a good entry there, guys. You need to be by the VWAP.
I like it
Try
here
to
though.
be.
If the $0.50 rejects here, you should
Yeah,
be
the
solid.
trade looks good. The trade
Right.
looks good. I'm just talking about my personal execution of this strategy in this trade.
Is it good to do a swing trade ahead of the earnings for a company? Not in my opinion,
No,
because you don't know
no.
what way they're gonna affect the trade, and that's basically like a gamble, man. Whoa, look at the SPY drop. That should be beautiful for you, bro.
The
SPY,
only thing
beautiful
you gotta
drop,
do
man.
now is look to take a little profit as it
Right,
drops
there
there.
you go. There you go. That's the time.
All right, guys. I'll look for a bounce near VWAP above my entry to add.
There you go, man. Whew, man, that one
This
tested your
limited the
risk.
loss.
This is a great lesson on why you should always, I mean, I don't say always, but why I typically let it test my risk level, right? Just like Mitch did there. Mitch let it test the risk level as well, and it,
Paid attention to the
right.
time in sales. Looked for anything that was above that order that was actually filling.
But also
Because
look
if
at the
it's not
SPY.
filling, if it's not gonna fill, guys, it's not gonna break. As simple as that.
Right.
If it's not filling at the ask price and it's not pushing on that price, it's not going to take the amount of shares that are up there, and it should pull back. And that's what I look for. I got the pullback as soon as it went to 78. It just clicked right back down because there's no one buying it up there.
Emily has a question. Do we follow the VWAP on the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute? Both. It depends on the length of time I'm planning to hold the stock, right? So if it's a very short term trade, I use the 1 minute. VWAP fades, I almost always use the 1 minute just because that's what I do the best. And you're going to get some people that say, oh, 1 minutes are terrible. There's too much chop. There's too much fake outs or whatever. But I think it's generally just preference, and it depends on what you perform the best with. And I very easily perform the best with the 1 minute chart. But everybody's a little bit different. Trading's all about preference to a certain extent. And so just because something works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for somebody else, and vice versa. So.
All right. One thing I want to look out for to see if the intelligence committee, if that speech has started, because that could be why this is happening. So I'm gonna start looking up some news, see if I can find anything.
Here, let me look it up. All right, I got you. Here, I'll look it up. I can use a few different things to do it real quick and just look at the global news. All right, so for now, we have, quote, U.S. is unlikely to extend temporary waivers to supply Huawei, according to an official. That came out a minute ago, and that's probably what caused this. And so, yeah, you can see the SPY here. If you look at the SPY, we got a big bounce in the SPY. Or we got a big drop in the SPY, and now the SPY is bouncing some back there. But we'll see. You said you're planning on adding to it?
Yep.
I mean, you could risk it off of that previous high still at 76, 75.
She knows it, man. Trying
Yep.
to let it get to VWAP here. There's no need to rush. Trying to improve my pricing, not make it worse.
Hey, appreciate it. Isaac, man. Shout out to Isaac for the $2 dono. Thanks, brother. Commission on Nike by Carol Michaels gift card. I got you, bro. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's what I'm saying, guys. Don't hate on Isaac. He might troll you a little bit. You just gotta love him anyway, He's one of those that he's a friendly neighborhood troll, man. Honestly, Isaac's been around for a year or so now, so that's why I know Isaac. I expect it from him. Honestly, for a long time, Isaac would never say anything serious. And he eventually started talking about stocks, though. But yeah, appreciate that, Isaac. Thanks, brother. All right, so the market's dropping back down here, down to 296.30s. There's the break of the lows here for the market. Something else must have come out. Let's see. All right, market just broke the lows again. Yeah, we got a big news story.
Looking for one more push up. It's really about the everything right now is on the meeting right now.
Yeah, well, there goes the drop. So the market's tanking, so they must have seen something.
Well, from at least what I'm seeing, it's like back and forth right now. There's no definitive negative talk. There's also both sides. You know, it's Republicans and Democrats going at him. So there's releasing on both sides. It depends what news you're looking at right now. So try to make sure that you're finding objectified news.
Right, I'm using Benzinga, Global News on
Yeah,
Thinkorswim as well.
there you go.
But yeah, so there's a nice little drop there.
Yep.
Nike's looking solid. The market is just tanking. Below 296, below 295s, or down to 295s. Getting hammered here for the overall market. Down to 296. Maybe get a little bounce here at 296 for the market, but we've been getting hammered up to this point. Yeah, guys, remember to hit the subscribe button. I know we got a new sub in there. Appreciate the sub. Thanks for the sub, brother. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. You can watch us day trade. You want to see what it's actually like day trading the market? Click the subscribe button. Click the bell.
Oof.
We do this live every day.
Look at the TVIX. It has
Yeah,
some
man.
legs to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's ripping because the SPY's breaking lows. SPY's down to 295.90s. So, volatile SPY. There you go. There's the big drop. And Nike down to 91.20s for a split second. And if the market can keep getting hammered here, this should be great for you down to like 91 maybe.
Yep. I didn't really get up there back to the VWAP, so I didn't add, guys. Just going to hold the rest of the shares. I took profits down here earlier at 34. Looking for the next spot to be 91s at the minimum.
Hawaii China news. Yeah, the VIX is a volatility ETF.
Yeah, look. If it's Huya, if that really is true, that would explain why MU it looks so bad. MU is one of their biggest providers.
Man, look at MU, man. That thing's getting hammered too, bro. Look at that.
Yeah. And then another big provider for it, QCOM. Look at them both. Big down moves.
Man. Yeah, bro.
Pretty much the same move. If you look at QCOM and MU, I wish I could put it over each other. They're the same move.
Yeah.
Let's see it. Let's see another one. AMAT. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, there goes Rite Aid too. That's why I didn't want to buy Rite Aid right there because again, it's too parallel with the previous fade, right? And when I see it parallel like that, I trust the bounce less. When I see a bounce, here, I know you're in something. If it starts to move, I'll throw you out. I just want to show people an example of why I didn't jump in, why I didn't like Rite Aid for the bounce there. Okay, so like if you look at Rite Aid here, it's too parallel. This bounce right here would have been too parallel with the previous bounce. It wasn't completely parallel, right? But it would have been a little bit too close. It wasn't enough of an uptrend, right? And so what you want to see with fades and bounces is you want to see a really obvious uptrend. Like you want to see some type of strength moving up. And then you want to see a quick pullback to the VWAP and then a bounce back up, right? But when it goes like this, and it's just kind of parallel sideways, then I don't trust the bounce as much. And a lot of times you're going to get a rejection down there. I hope that makes sense to everybody. I'm kind of explaining it quick so I can throw Mitch back up here. But kind of what we look for. Same thing with fades, right? Like if you look at CGC, what we want to look for is a really obvious downtrend. You know, we don't want to see a parallel move like this that much, at least at the open. We want to see a big, obvious downtrend, pullback, break lows, pull back again, break lows. You know, like that's what we typically want to see. All right. With that said, let me throw Mitch back up.
All right, one that I'll be watching. It needs to come back to VWAP for me to even take a trade on it today. It's a lower volume stock, but I definitely think this is one to watch for the next couple of days. NPTN. NPTN is a tech stock. If the MU and QCOM has gone down like it did last time, Um, last time these two had big moves down, you also got a big move down in MPTN, and then it came back, and it's been
Oh,
hanging out at 7, and now it looks like it wants to break 6.
I hear Marley.
Yeah, he stopped. He threw the ball next to me and said, "Get off trading."
Don't listen to Isaac. Luke, what's up, bro? You don't have to pay me to ask a question, man.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean, like I said, Luke, I don't. It's all subjective, man. It's gonna be tough. I'll put it this way: if you're just looking to trade small caps, it's gonna be very difficult to find stocks to trade. You're probably gonna be frustrating. You might be able to find some sometimes, and so you just gotta calculate whether it's worth it or not. Like in my opinion, I think it's a solid deal because it's just super cheap, right? You're spending 325, 350 to get all that buying power. But if you solely trade like really cheap penny stocks, it might not be worth it for you. It just depends, right? It depends on if you're okay with not trading sometimes and just kind of waiting to find that, every blue moon, that penny stock that actually is tradable. You know what I mean? It's all about liquidity too. So it's like some stocks that have high average liquidity are generally going to be tradable. But if it's a penny stock that just kind of skyrocketed out of nowhere a week ago, it's almost never going to be tradable. And so that's like the best answer. I just try to be honest with people about it, Like if you're only trading really cheap penny stocks, it might not be. But again, I think I generally had better results with higher caps anyway, so I'm biased. And like when I switched to trade it, there you go. Ooh. You watching this, Mitch? I think Mitch walked away.
Oh, my bad. I was muted talking to myself.
Oh.
Hands off, guys. Hands off.
Like I said, I mean, I think I generally have much better results with mid and high cap stocks. And that's just the truth. That's just kind of how it goes for me. But when I first switched over to TradeNet, I was almost a solely penny stock trader, right? And TradeNet's actually what got me to trade some of these higher mid and high cap stocks, which I've had much better results with anyway. But again, if you do trade penny stocks, it's kind of one of those things where if you're okay with not trading sometimes,
Yeah, one that I'm liking is MPTN, but I'm not trying to take 2 trades at once, so I'm just going to leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Also watching Home. Home's interesting, but that one's holding. If it gets above 960, could get bullish. Look at that move right there. Down to the 80s, guys.
Here you go.
All right, guys, we're going to look to take 200 off here.
Yeah, I think that's the right move.
Giving it a second. All right, taking off 200. Leaving the rest to work.
Good trade, bro.
Got myself back to $8 there, guys. And just going to let the rest of it work. Try to get me a little bit in the green for the day.
Yeah, I can't lie,
Take
man.
the trade.
I can't lie, bro. When you were up there, man, I was nervous for you, brother. It's
course.
just bigger sizing. It's just bigger sizing than you typically take, And Mitch talked about it yesterday that he's gonna scale up in size. But
Yeah.
I was nervous for Mitch, man. And so I'm definitely happy to see it working out for you.
Hey, at the end of the day, guys, it's going to be bigger swings. I talked about it pre-market. I want to risk about $200 on each trade. And if I can make, $400 gains, $600 gains, I'm going to be happy. I'm trying to separate my gains so that I can start taking leaps forward and not walks, baby steps forward. And with that, it's going to come some learning. And the real key here, guys, is just taking it slow. I'm trying to trade the strategy. Here we're attacking a VWAP fade. And if I lose on VWAP fades, I'm going to be okay. Because as long as I trade it the right way, it's a strategy I know works.
Long term, you'll be
just got
fine.
to be consistent.
Right.
Yeah. Just be consistent with it. Take the same size, take the same trade, risk the same amount. When we got up there to 77, we were up there in the 186, almost 190 range. If it would have popped above it, probably would have lost another $200. But that's the limit. And so that's what I'm trying to do, trying to adjust my share size if I need to, so that I can always risk about the same and try to get the same reward. trying to be more mechanical and size up. Those are
Yep.
my two things I'm trying to work on.
Oh, makes sense, brother. All right, team. So yeah, you want to use the same platform as us? I'll post this link here. You can go check them out. A lot of benefits to using them. It's one of the ways new traders can get started for super cheap, and it's a great way to help support our channel here. And so if you want to help support us, well, what happened to it?
Yep. Netron, I talked about it. I wanted a short
there it
rad.
is.
Yep, right there, guys, on that pop.
But yeah, guys, if you want to use the
That was
same
a
one as
short,
us,
for sure.
but if you want to use the same platform as us, great way to help support our channel. We do make a commission from it. But again, I think our platform makes a lot of sense for new traders looking to get started for cheap. You know, a lot of times new traders only have like $400 or $500, and I think this is just a much cheaper way to get started. You're not risking that much. You're risking $325, $350 during the sale. The sale ends today, by the way. Today is the last day of the sale. You get to day trade with no PDT rule, and more importantly, actually short stocks. Plus, it comes with a demo account to get used to it. It comes with a trading course as well and access to their chat room. So go check them out. Help support our channel.
Definitely, guys. And one of the best things is this is all for less than $400. Risk to reward wise, it definitely makes sense here, guys. If you want to go ahead and continue working on your skills, I think the best way to do it is to learn a strategy in paper trade. But after you learn that strategy, it's all about execution of strategy. So the only way to really practice execution of strategy is to trade small and trade on a live account.
Right.
And so this is why I definitely think this is the biggest strength that TradeNet offers you. You can trade with as little as commissions as $3 per round trip. And if you're trading that small, you can definitely keep an account and keep working your skills until you get to that level where you can size up and make the gains that we're all looking for.
Right. Yeah, I mean, really, it's just about learning how to trade with a live account, right? Like, it's super difficult, and no matter how much you emulate like a live account with a paper account, it's still going to be much different. Your emotions are going to be all over the place, and no matter how much you don't want them to be there, those emotions are going to be there. They're going to make you think of it like this, right? Bigger sizing in general is going to cause more emotions, but a real live account is going to cause different emotions than a paper account too, and that's why this way you can get started for much cheaper, and I think it just makes a ton of sense. Shorting RAD. Yeah, I was looking at RAD. We got some volatility in the market today, though. We did.
Yeah, at least a good pullback. I want to see it hold 296.50, guys. Not let it come back to be wet.
It's roughly it's $3 per round trip plus fees is like 100 shares, 200 shares. Then there's fees with it, but overall, like after fees, a round trip might be like $5 if you're using less than 300 shares. You know, if you just get in and out, which is super cheap. Yeah, that's actually the minimum. So it's technically 0.006 cents per share. So it's 0.006 cents per share. But then there's fees along with that, and there's $1.50 per trade minimum, right? So if you don't hit that $1.50 per trade minimum, you got to pay it basically. So it's $3 per trade per round trip minimum, plus a little bit of fees, right? So you buy 100 shares, it's like $3, you know.
All right, guys. This is why we use multiple time frames so we can find out what's the bigger move here. Okay, so Nike is in a longer term bullish pattern, right? We all can see this right here. This is the flag pattern. The real key we want to see is we want to see broken of support down here at the low. All right, so we don't want it holding past that 91.60 because then it becomes bullish again on a run to 92.
Oh, we got a big time channel in here. What's up, gamer? What's up, man? Dude's balling over there with 122,000 subscribers, man. What's up, gamer?
What's up, man? All right, looking for a bounce here, and then just gotta hold. Be careful because the squeeze could be potentially coming.
PRPO. Whoa. Yeah, look at PRPO, guys. Huge move from $2 all the way up to $3.15 where it's sitting now. Went as high as the half dollar of $3.50, got to $3.47, but crazy move for PRPO. Let me throw this up real quick. Look at PRPO here, guys. Just a huge parabolic move. Big rip. Let's see what the catalyst is. So they basically had a press release highlighting the clinical validation for IV cell heme screen with that has been completed. So a press highlighting clinical validations for one of their products for PRPO, and it's just ripping up here. Hey, appreciate it, gamer. Thanks, brother. Appreciate that, man.
All right, guys. Looks like it's gonna get up here to 50.
Yeah, let me throw Mitch back
57
up.
would be the Ricks.
You gotta hold the rest break even.
Nah, I might add. I mean, at the end of the day, guys, I'm only at $8. I'm gonna break even for the day.
But yeah, look at PRPO on the daily chart, man. That's a big rip.
One thing I'm definitely here for, guys, I'm here to take shots. Not here to be shot.
We got PRPO. If PRPO pulls back down to 279, it might get interesting there too. Yeah, like I said, if it gets down to if it gets down to the VWAP at like 280 maybe for a bounce play, I think it might bounce a little bit at 280, but I'm not taking it. Yeah, it's a little bit too extended on the upside, and sometimes these could run, but the risk I think is a little bit too high, for sure. What's up, Todd? 3 trades, 3 losses. Daily backs loss. Not as frustrating as I usually feel, but not in a happy zone either. Forced trades. Yeah, days like that happen sometimes, brother. Don't stress it, Todd. You're a good trader, brother. Hang in there, man. Days like that always happen, you know? Or happen sometimes, not always, of course. But, yeah, man. I mean, it shows you're getting better as well as a trader because you're not super upset with it. Yeah, it's not tradable for me either. It's nuts. But yeah, like I said, it gets down to like 280. It might bounce. It might rip up there.
It's a good rejection there, but I'm not going to chase it. If it just crushes down here, it just crushes. The only thing that makes sense for me is a push slightly above this level towards 50.
SPY breaking lows here. There's the SPY down to 295.60s. Let's see what happened. So the SPY is down. Market's down. So we have a few news that came out 3 minutes ago. We have one that says, quote, House Speaker Pelosi says it's too early to give any timelines for the impeachment process. We'll take cues from House Intelligence Committee. Then we have another one that came out 3 minutes ago that said Iran told U.S. nuclear watchdog that it is planning to install more advanced centrifuge, according to the IAEA report. So, could be interesting here. We'll see what we get with the market. So you see PRPO went down to the 280s. Like I said, I think it could bounce here just for a dip buy. I think a lot of people are going to be piling in from hype in this dip buy opportunity.
All right.
I saw a video a while back saying how fast the stock moves isn't as important as price, but I disagreed. I wish I could remember which one.
I mean, that's 100% true. I mean, what he's talking about more there is percentage moves. If you're looking at a stock in the hundreds and it's only moving 30 cents, that's not the same as a stock that's moving 50 cents and it's a $9 stock.
Right.
I think that's where the piece of information and knowledge is. It's just understanding that there's different ranges, guys. Percentages do matter, and the price is going to matter on the stock.
Yep. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live every single day, regardless of whether we win or lose. We're not experts or gurus or anything like that. Everything we put out there is for free, and we just try to teach people what we've learned along the way, day trading the market every day for years. And so if you want to watch us day trade live for free every day, hit the subscribe button. Even if you dislike me, we might lose, and that will probably make you happy. And so you know you want to see that. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Show your support for what we do here.
SPY's taking a hit. I'm just waiting though. I don't feel like adding to the position here in the 30s.
Right.
It just
So
doesn't make sense for me.
I will say this. So, like, if Trump is impeached, doesn't Pence take over?
Depends.
Doesn't
Depends
everybody
if he-
hate Pence too? You know?
Yeah, but then it depends though, because if he gets impeached, there's probably going to be an attack on him too.
On
So
Pence. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like you're going to impeach Trump. In my opinion, if you dislike Trump, Pence is worse, you know? And so it is what it is. I mean,
there you go, guys. Getting the drop we want to see. Let's let this thing tank. Don't mind letting this thing tank.
all right, JoJo. Later, brother.
Ooh, one that I'm watching is MIK.
There goes PRPO about to rip up, it looks like.
What do you think of MIK, John?
I think it's got that big area of support right at 57. After that range, it had that big downward move this morning, and it's got that big area of support there. And so it's honestly, it's just not my style.
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
That's actually incorrect, Isaiah. You don't need a crime or proof
I appreciate the sub.
to impeach a president. All you need is votes.
Appreciate the sub. Shashi. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, guys. We do this every day. You want to watch us day trade for free? Hit the subscribe button. We do this every day. Ugh.
Like I said, guys, it doesn't matter. I pay attention to the facts, but it doesn't matter about facts and impeachment. It matters about votes.
All right. No more politics. I know I kind of started it, so you can blame me for it, but
No, I was just trying to make sure everyone knows how the process works. That's an actual fact.
SPY breaking down. Yeah, SPY's breaking lows here. It's down to 295.50.
Ooh,
There you go. There's
dude,
Nike.
does not look pretty.
Yeah, man, it's getting hammered. Should be good for you.
STK getting hammered. Looking around, trying to see if I can find another stock to trade with this.
Hey, appreciate the sub.
Not finding anything, but
Yeah.
definitely interested in trading something along with it. Nothing I want to trade right now, but can maybe look at AMRN.
Yeah, I mean that one doesn't look bad for a little fake out fade. I think I'm just gonna sit on my green day though. So so far this week I had one trade. My commissions aren't gonna be super high with this, and so I think I'm just gonna sit on my one green trade and not burn through more commissions trades. And so far this week that is 3 green days and one. I guess technically it was a losing day, but 3 green days. I'm gonna call it a break even day because it sounds better. But 3 green days, one break even day, and we'll see how I can finish the week tomorrow. But it's definitely good to be back in my live account for sure. Uh, we're just gonna keep pushing here, see what we can get, guys. SPY will come down to the sport today at 294.80s. The overall direction and next major support.
Just gonna give it a shot, guys. So we got one down move, one up move, two down move, a two up move. Get another up move here before the drop, the big drop. So instead of rushing towards profit or kind of deciding that I'm just gonna take it right here, just gonna hold on tight. If I get stopped out above 57s, I'll get stopped out, but got a good position size here. A still good amount to make a good money if this one breaks down through the 90 50s. So gonna give it a shot and we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, I just included our Discord link as well. And so if you want to join our public Discord, it's kind of like a free day trading chat. It's kind of what we keep it as. There's the link. I also posted our Twitter handle, so go follow us on Twitter. We definitely appreciate the support we get. Hey, appreciate the sub, Arnie. Welcome to the team, bro. Like I said, hit the subscribe button. We do this live every day for free on YouTube because we care about you guys, you know? So hit the subscribe button. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. We go live every day. You want to watch us day trade, review the news, check out these cool day trading scanners, all for free. Hit the subscribe button, guys. You can also go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game by far. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of selling out today because I'm bored and I'm done trading. So I'm going to sell out a little bit. Appreciate the sub, Brian. Thanks for the sub, brother.
All right. One thing that I'm noticing, and just because I always like to look at bigger time frames so I can understand stocks a little more. If you pull up the SPY on an hourly chart and you want to have it from about Friday to Thursday, that's when we saw the first drop. The first drop was Friday near the close. It was at 2 p.m. really. But
thank you for the sub, Shalina. Welcome to the team. Appreciate
if
it.
you look at that, it's going to explain a lot of how this the SPY has been moving.
Slight downtrend.
Don't know if you want to pull it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching it. Oh, here, you may pull it up or not. Let me see.
Yeah, so people can understand what we're looking at.
So that's the SPY.
All right. So the big thing was, like we saw, a big drop on Friday. That's the first drop. Then we get a bounce up. It bounces up right to 300. Tried to break out 300 and then fails again. This is the second down move. Okay? Then we get a move right back up, right there to the resistance. Held resistance pretty big there at 298. 298.33s, 298.50s, right in that area. Then rejected hard again. So the support here would be down to 295.16s, maybe even wicks down to 294.50. But this is where I'm seeing the third down move. After the third down move, guys, if we were shorting this, we wanted to respect move up. It shouldn't get back above that 298 30s or 298 50s. So that's what I'm going to be paying attention in the next couple of days to see if we're going to bounce off this lower level, hold that 298.50, and then look to really break it down tomorrow or later on in the day.
We got PRPO up over 3.
So it's definitely something to watch for. These big drops, they're big candles on the hourly chart.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of this is news influence too, though. I think the news is the overall market news coming out is causing these. That's what's really affecting these big drops, and then we're getting a little bit of a bounce back from extension, maybe some positive news. So I think the media is causing this really, and really the age that we're in of social media.
It's just technical moves, you know. And if you look at it, it's a technical move. Down, retrace 75%. Down, retrace 75%. Down, retrace 75%.
Is that better?
And so
guys?
that's what you got to look for, guys.
I just turned Mitch up a little bit. Y'all can hear him, right? I mean, he was. I know Mitch's mic is a little bit stronger than mine.
Yeah, it's a little bit, just a tiny bit.
Yeah. So let me know how that works. Here, hold on. Actually, stay quiet. Let me see. All right, there we go. All right, I fixed it. So yeah, now it should be about right. I just listened to it. So yeah, now Mitch and I should be about the same. Yeah. Sorry, I had to adjust the audio.
You're good. No stress. Let's see the TVIX. All right, guys. TVIX has a big time support for us at 1388. I want to see it hold VWAP from here and try to break out 1420s. That's going to show a more significant move in the SPY, and we can continue in the direction. If this one pulls back, gets underneath 1389, heads down to 1380s, it needs to recollect there, because if not, the support will come and bring it back down to 1365.
PRPO. Yeah, I was looking at it. So PRPO, the level I was looking at was 80, but it dropped a little bit below that. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens with it, but.
All right, there's one stock I'm watching, but I'm not even going to mention it until I'm already in it, so John doesn't think about it.
AMD.
There's a couple stocks.
Yeah, it's AMD. It's AMD, maybe MU.
Hey, don't try to figure it out. That wasn't the idea.
I mean, I'm done. I'm done trading.
Yeah,
I'm not trading
that's
anymore.
the idea.
In
That's
fact,
the
look,
idea.
This is my P&L on the day, guys. You guys saw me do it. Here's my position list. One trade today, $63 gain. I'm closing this down. I'm done. I'm not trading anymore today, so don't worry.
All right, so now I'll let you know.
Yeah.
AMRN.
Oh, AMRN.
Does that look like a fake out fade to you?
See, it did. I like it here because you could risk off of 73 all day. But
that's exactly what I thought. That's what I would take it. I would take it right here, right there, risk off of 73.
Right. And that one looks solid.
So at least we can say the trade's there.
Right.
It's there. It doesn't mean that it's going to work out. Doesn't mean that it's going to play out the way that we want it to. But it definitely means that the trade's there.
Right. SQ doesn't look bad either. Somebody mentioned SQ. I'm looking at SQ. The problem with it, though, is that it's a little bit sideways. It's choppy. It's crossing over under the VWAP. But for a VWAP rejection right around 49, 48, with a risk level of like 70, doesn't look bad. That one looks okay. But yeah, I'm done trading, so I might just kind of leave Mitch up and have Mitch tell me when he's done.
Hey, welcome to the team, Jennifer.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, appreciate the support. You know. Good
Definitely,
luck.
you don't need luck. Stick to that system that you were trading.
Honestly,
you were doing really well.
Jennifer was like number what? Like number 70 something overall out of 6,000 people. So you should be fine.
Yeah, so,
Remember,
exactly. Just stick to that strategy.
right. Remember though, I'll give you some advice. Okay, the best thing you could do, the intro package. It's a very small account, right? It's a very small account. You get a lot of buying power. The max loss is $700. So just have reasonable expectations with it. You'll do fine. Trade it if you haven't already, which I'm sure you have. Just build good rules for yourself with it, and you'll be fine. You know, have reasonable expectations with gains, and you know, just try to find the right share size that works for you, to where you're not risking too much, but where you're actually going to be able to build it up. That's my best advice for you. That's my advice for you. What's up, Christopher? Hey, what's up, brother? Welcome, guys. Ever since I learned to Photoshop, though, man, it's like I can kind of see why people Photoshop all the time. Like, take today's thumbnail, for instance, right? You see this redness around my eyebrow, guys? You see this redness right here? I Photoshopped that out of it, man. You know, I'm getting skills in Photoshop. Now I get it. You know, I've got eczema, so it's like I've got all this redness around my eyebrows. Taking a picture, though, for the thumbnail, I could just Photoshop that out, man. You know, I can see why people get addicted to Photoshop, because it's like, boom. You know, Photoshop that out, man. You know, now I'm beautiful.
Now you see why the social media likes Photoshop so
100%,
much.
man. 100%, man. I just learned Photoshop like a month ago, man, and I've been using it, man. My thumbnails, I'm looking beautiful in my thumbnails right now, man.
You come out looking pretty.
Right, man. You know, flawless skin. You know what I mean? Flawless.
All right, guys. Looking for the hold here on the TVIX, guys. We talked about this approach to VWAP. I need to hold on VWAP and break out, guys.
For which one?
TVIX.
Yeah, with the SPY getting hammered, TVIX probably had a few good opportunities.
Yep.
That's right. You've grown to love AMD. AMD. People always ask me why I love AMD, like why I trade AMD like I do. And the reason I trade it is because it's pretty volatile and it has good liquidity every day. So it's typically very good volatility, very, you know, it's an easy range to trade. It's not too tight. It's not a crazy ridiculous range. It's a medium range where I could risk 10 to 15 cents per trade. Very reasonable risk. And it's generally pretty volatile. And so that's why I trade AMD every day. Same thing with like cannabis, like CGC, Cron. Those two, I trade those every day when I can as well. MU. And so they just work. The range works. The average risk per trade works. The volatility's there usually. It has good liquidity. Those are why I trade those stocks, and they work really well. Those are kind of how I can find consistency with those.
Well, at least looks like AMRN didn't work out. So.
Yeah. Don't stress. You know, don't stress.
Well, I didn't take it at least, so it is what it is.
You're looking good for.
Yeah, I'm just sticking in this
Nike.
one trade.
Yeah.
It's either gonna work out for me and give me a nice gain for the day, or I can stop out, break even for the day, and I'll be okay with that too. The only thing we can do is take shots. If it doesn't work out, it's better that it doesn't work out than you just risk a whole bunch and just get yourself in a big hole. So as long as I can take trades that I feel are being calculated, that are sticking to the strategy, then that's what you need to be consistently positive about.
Right. Yeah, man, you're doing well, brother. It's been a good week for you. You know, you've been killing it with some of these trades. You've been doing better than me lately, really.
Yep, just got to stick to the right risk to reward. and that's going to get me to that nice green.
Nah, Mitch isn't in AMRN at all, I don't think.
No, I didn't take it. I didn't take it at all. Does it look strong? Yeah, it does look strong,
Now it
but
does, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to take that.
It was a good. We were talking about shorting it though, but neither of us
Yeah.
took it. The risk reward was just. It was just a good risk reward setup. QCOM getting up there. There goes the SPY dip. You should get a drop here for you, I think.
Yeah. The only thing I can do, guys, is just hands off. One of the best things you can do when you're in this kind of position, you have a decision to either take a base hit or look for a home run. I'm right now just sitting up about what we got 40 cents up, so and
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, just
Uh,
about.
so then with that, just let it go, just let it keep working. There's no need to rush towards the profit here, um, and that's why I'm trying to let it work towards the low. I've already taken profits at 90, 93. So that's below this. So we're trying to get it back below that price point if we're going to take some profit.
Right. Where you said 91?
No, I took it at 90, 93, the last 200
Okay.
shares.
Yeah.
And that's down there.
Yep.
So looking for it to come back down there again. One of the key things I saw, guys, is the TVIX. It held the VWAP. Now I need volume to come in it and break it out. If that breaks down to that low, I'm probably just going to get out of my position, because from that point on, we're going to have a reversal. Now we need momentum to come back into the stocks as it did on that first drop.
Right.
So you saw how we got this volume, guys? This volume that you guys see here, we want to see that increase back on this move. So if we draw a downtrend line from the volume, you'll see the volume's been downtrending. We needed to get back above and get up there. That's going to show significance. If it moves down with big volume, that's short is really nailing on this and trying to bring it down to that 90.21.
You guys go check out Trade Ideas as well. One of the reasons we can find some of these big moving stocks. Look, there goes PRPO with the breakout over. Oh no, this is a little bit late. PRPO broke out to 341, but PRPO broke underneath the VWAP. And one of the reasons we can find a lot of these stocks is because we have Trade Ideas, which is a legitimately customizable, super dynamic, legitimate scanner, guys. It's one of the reasons that all the top traders use Trade Ideas for a reason, and it's because it's the best scanners in the game by far. Great way to help support our channel. If you're a good enough trader, Trade Ideas can easily pay for itself as well. And so remember, guys, it's not necessarily about trading all the time. It's about finding the right trades, and Trade Ideas definitely helps that. And so I'll post that link here. Really cool company. They allow me to stream these scans every day. And so there's the link in the chat. If you want to help support us, you can sign up for Trade Ideas as well. But yeah, guys, it's almost 11. I'm going to go ahead and hang out for the day. You want to leave the stream up, Mitch? What do you want to do, brother?
Let's give it one more minute, guys. One more minute here. I'm going to get another 5-minute candle on the TVIX. I'll get another minute here. If it gets back above here, then we can just kind of just get on out of here.
Yeah,
it's really about that 1389.
Yeah, we'll give it a second, because might be one of the ones where you just kind of set a stop loss and let it work. And so I'll be back in a second.
I'm really just watching the TVIX now, guys. I'm not even looking at Nike. It can spike. It can do whatever it wants right now. One of the best things is our average now is sitting at VWAP, guys. We are sitting at VWAP. What time zones are we in? I'm in Mountain Time, and John's in Central Time. So, all right, guys. I want to see the volume come back into TVIX here. It's hanging out at 14. See if we can get a breakout through 1420.
I heard it breaking up a little bit. I'm in Central Time. What time are you in, Mitch?
Mountain.
Mountain
That
Time.
mountain. I'm in the mountains, guys.
Yep.
All right, guys. So you can see the TVIX coming up there to 1405. Let's see if we can get some volume to really push it to 1420. That's the kind of move we're looking for. And that's the kind of move that will break down Nike through that 91.
Mitch is in Colorado. I'm around Houston. Mitch is in Colorado.
Just trying to be patient here, guys.
And like I said, team, follow me on Twitter. You know, give us a follow. Support what we're doing here.
Our real commander in tweet.
That's right, man. Follow us on Twitter, man. You know. We got. I'll post our Discord link here too. If you want to kind of keep track of us after the stream's over.
All right, let's see if we get that next leg up on the TVIX.
Yeah, it's 10:47 my time, 10:48 my time. Honestly, I was looking at buying an Airbnb in Denver, but then I realized they changed their short-term rental laws to where you have to be that it has to be your primary residence in Denver in order to short-term rental like one of your properties.
Yeah. Too many people trying to arbitrage Airbnb.
I mean, and they can do that though. Like, I think that's fine to do that. Like, the real reason they said they did it was because neighbors were throwing too many parties, right? But I think there's a better way to do that instead of restricting it like that. I think the better way to do it is actually just to restrict the amount of people that can be at the Airbnb at one point in time.
Hey,
You know?
John, sorry to interrupt, man. Look at LCI. Look at that one. I've been watching that one all day. Look at that. Whew. I don't know if it's a wick or if
Nah,
that's actually real,
That's real.
but that
It
is a
stayed down
drop,
there.
guys. That is something that, like, whoa, you get stuck long in that. Holy moly, you're not going to be feeling good.
Yeah, that's real. Let me look, see if I can figure out what happened with this.
I mean, I was watching this one all day, been wanting to think about shorting it, but since it had such a tight range between 1030 and 1050, I thought it was going to potentially squeeze to 1190s, but this one did the actual opposite, guys. It just got crushed there by hundreds of thousands of shares at 1139. I got to find out what pricing it actually went through, but that's where the breakdown happened, and we're talking 300,000 shares on the 5-minute candle. On the 1 minute, yeah, 300,000
Huge
shares.
drop.
So.
Something came out. I don't think it's updated the news yet. But yeah, bro. So
Massive.
Nike's moving up. Are you gonna set a stop loss? What you gonna do with this one?
Yeah, I guess I gotta just set a stop loss, guys. It is what it is. Just gonna let it work. I'll let you guys know in the Discord.
Yeah,
I ain't
guys.
gonna be around here forever. Gotta go enjoy my day.
Yeah, team. So yeah, like I said, join our Discord if you want to follow along. If you scroll up in the chat, you can see our Discord link there if you want to kind of see how Mitch finishes the day. Remember, you want to use the same platform as us. Today is the last day of the trade net sale, and so you can get the intro package for $350 through my link. If you were in the competition, check your email. You can get it for $325. Which is the cheapest I've ever seen it. And today's the last day for the sale. I think after today it goes back up to $400 or $500. I'm not sure which one. But like I said, for $350 you get 14K in buying power, no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. You can also short anything that's tradable. Comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account. And I think it's just much cheaper. This is one of the ways new traders can have less risk because they're only spending $350. You're only risking what you're paying for the package, and I think it just makes sense. It's one of the ways that you can risk less instead of depositing thousands and losing that, because that's generally what happens with new traders. And so there's the link in the chat.
100%, guys. definitely don't miss out. You know, one of the biggest things that we saw in the competition is people wanting to join the competition after registration was over. Don't miss out on the sale. If you're thinking about getting one, definitely take a look, talk to them if you need to. But it's a great trade, a great way to go ahead and work your skills up. And if that's what you're looking for, definitely contact them.
Yep.
They can also help you out. They've talked to me a lot about risk and return and risk management, and that's kind of what we teach here, guys. So if they're trying to support that, it just shows that they're also interested in trying to help you guys out. They're willing to talk to them and check them out.
Yep. So somebody's asking how much do they charge per trade? So it's 0.006 cents per trade, but there's a 150 per trade minimum. And then there's a small routing fee. I'm not sure how much, but basically, like from my experience, if I buy like 300 shares or less, my commission is generally anywhere between $3 and $5. So super cheap, very cheap commissions. If you use small sizing specifically. So yeah, I think that makes sense. But yeah, go check out Trade Ideas as well. Best scanners in the game. You know, there's a reason all the big time traders use Trade Ideas is because it legitimately gives you an edge in the market. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. I posted my Twitter link as well. Hit the subscribe button. We do this live every single day for free on YouTube. We day trade the open live. We have these beautiful scanners up so you can check out what's moving. And we do it for free live on YouTube every single weekday morning. You know, we just try to be transparent. So we do it live. We can't fake it if we wanted to because you can watch all of our trades live as they're happening on stream. And if we do get into trades after the stream, we always post our trade log, everything like that. And so we're not experts or gurus here, but if you appreciate watching, traders being real with you and actually doing it live every day, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. Even if you dislike us, we might lose. You know that'll probably make you happy, and so you don't want to miss that. Hit the subscribe button, guys. And yeah, green day for me. Looks like a green day for Mitch so far. And yeah, not a bad day.
Not a bad day at all, guys. Definitely stick around. I'll see you guys in the Discord.
Later,
Take
team.
care.
I'll post the Discord link real quick one more time before we leave. But yeah, and so we'll see you guys then. Later, guys.
Take care.